Welcome to the next dimension in entertainment. Coming to you live from the offices of Chapter One Films in Charlotte, North Carolina, this is the 4D Podcast with your hosts, Greg Prinz, Nathaniel Levinson, and Marco Brutus. Sit back and enjoy a deep dive into film. This is the 4D Podcast.
Yo.
Episode 57.
Dude, we are moving right along.
We are moving right along. Episode 57, March 17th, Tuesday. And it is
St. Patty's Day.
It is St. Patrick himself. Come on, Patrick.
Oh, the Patrick.
We have music queued up for it. Go for it.
Do we?
No, we don't.
Oh, you made me panic there for a minute.
You know the song I heard earlier this week was that one that's like, it's like, the bird and the tree and the tree and the beard and down in the
valley. Oh, I can't remember.
In the valley.
Yeah, something like that. It's a great song.
Yeah,
it's so catchy.
It keeps going, man.
Yeah,
it's like
it's a catchy song.
There's a bird and the egg and the egg and the bird and the bird and the branch and the branch and the limb and the limb and the tree and the bog down in the valley. Oh, hey, oh, and it keeps growing. And then it's
so
like,
good.
And on that bird there was a worm. Oh, worm, hey, the worm on the tree and the bird. And it was wild. We had a good time.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
If you ask me how my St. Patrick's Day went, it was just I would just start quoting that song to you.
It's basically that.
Yeah. I also forgot my iPad today, so I'll be rocking the phone.
Idiot. Also, Nathaniel, how are you, sir?
Really? That's shocking, considering knowing him. That's shocking.
You'd think he was a little bit more wordy.
He's actually walking in now.
Oh, perfect.
But we're excited to have you guys here. If you are tuning in and you're wondering, hey, why the heck can I not comment or join in this sucker? It's because you haven't subscribed. So go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out quite a bit. So we'd appreciate that. And we want you to join in. We want to hear what you think about St. Patrick's Day themed movies. We want you to hear what you think about the Oscars and different kinds of things that we're going to be talking about today. And we're welcoming our third member
here.
as he stands in front of all the cameras.
I've been here the whole time.
I don't know what
with everything you've said.
I love how he just leaves the door open to the studio. That's awesome. I'll go ahead and do that.
Marco, we'll close it.
We got to keep it ventilated, otherwise it's a literal sauna.
At least I have a paper numbered 1 through 10. That's the most important thing.
Can you read? Oh, no, wait, you can't. You want to double check that the last number on there?
Okay, there's an 11. How was I supposed to know?
It's only a completely different number.
11's not that much different of a number than 10. Like I mentioned, this is episode 57. It is Tuesday, March 17th, and we're excited to have you guys here. So let's get into the news from the last couple weeks. We've had some new trailers drop. A very important one today, actually.
Yes.
Dune Part 3.
Dune Part 3.
I actually watched it because I was like, oh, wait, it's Dune Part 3. I got literally nothing out of it.
Honestly, those are my favorite kind of trailers, though, when you get absolutely nothing from it, because then it makes you want to go and watch said movie.
It was Timothy Chalamet chanting in like a different language. He's like, he sounds like he's speaking Dothraki. And I mean, the visuals from Dune, especially for the second one, are amazing. I mean, like that movie was a pleasure to watch in theaters. And what do you guys think about the Dune series?
Like the movies?
Yes.
I
mean,
there are books.
Okay, well, we're talking about the movies.
And a previous set of movies. But yeah, but you said the Dune series, not the recent Dune movie. You know what?
Okay.
You're wrong.
What do you think about the Dune movies?
I think they're fun to watch. I think the audio mixing was atrocious, and I think they messed up Chani's character at the end of Dune 2 in order to be like, she's a strong woman. Like, at the end of Dune 2, because he marries the princess of the universe for political reasons. In the books, Zendaya's character, Chani, is completely on board with that. Yeah. And this one, she like gives him the stony. Well, okay, I say she gives him the stony stare. Zendaya has one look, so she's had the same look the whole time,
one look.
and then walks out. And so if they're moving in a direction where they're like, oh, Chani's gonna rein him in, like that's stupid and not even remotely close to what happens in the book. What happens in the next book is he jihads the universe. I wonder if they're actually gonna use that term. That's the term in the book.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. So from somebody that didn't read the book, there are a lot. Like watching it.
Oh, there's a ton of them.
Just trying to get what you can out of the movies. It's like a whole lot going on, and it's hard to. You're like, okay, those are the Bene Gesserit, and what they're doing.
Yeah, there's a lot of factions.
There's a whole lot of things going on that I feel like could have been explained a little bit better. I think the world building, just from a strictly movie point of view, could have been fleshed out a little bit more to where the audience could like be following along, because there was a lot.
It's definitely something that probably would have worked better as a series.
Yeah, there's a whole lot that I'm like, this seems like you're skipping over a whole bunch and just assuming I know what's going on. And
For instance, did it mention why they have the one guy whose eyes like roll back in his head and he does the calculations?
No, don't think so.
The reason that those guys are called mentats, they're the people, they have like supercomputer brains. They've taken a bunch of drugs to have super brains, to like unlock their brains, and because they're the ones who do the calculations to make space jumps. And the reason that they exist is because there are no robots or computers in this universe, because there was a robot uprising, and so they destroyed all the robots and computers and said they're illegal now.
I see, like stuff like that I think I remember hearing from you that I think would help to flesh the world out. They just have too much to
there's so much there.
So it's not that I didn't like them. I do agree that the sound mixing, especially in the first one, is bonkers. Like you won't be able to, you legitimately won't be able to hear a thing. And I'm not sure why they did that. But on multiple occasions, I was not able to hear that movie. The second one, though,
and also it's not only that all the sound effects are
they're
too
also
loud,
whispering,
but they're also, and that was in the trailer. I was like, "Oh Lord, we're doing this again," and he's like, "I'm gonna do this," and everyone's like, "I'm doing this." I'm like, what? I need to put subtitles on the trailer. What are you guys doing? It was
required far less listening. It was more of a visual spectacle and was just incredible to watch in theaters. It was a very, very cool movie to see. So excited about the third one.
At some point, one of his sons becomes a sandworm. So the Dune books get weird.
That is weird. Those things are giant. Yeah. Some other trailers that have come out. Jack Ryan Ghost War. This is the one with Jim from The Office. I think this is the second one in the series. I know that they have a TV series.
There's a TV series, but I don't think. I think this might be the first movie.
Is it okay?
It's just Tom Clancy.
It is Tom Clancy, but I think the Jack Ryan TV series is a different actor.
No. Jack Ryan TV series is Jim from The Office.
Yeah.
There was a Tom Cruise movie.
Krasinski, yeah.
There's a Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah. That's not connected to this at all. This is a Jack Ryan.
I feel like I watched the first.
This is a movie from that series that's actually coming out. So, I watched the first season, I think, and I haven't kept up with it. I'm not sure if you guys are into that.
How many seasons are there?
How many are there?
How many are there? I think there's like 3 or 4 now.
Because I vaguely remember. Maybe I'll have to go back and rewatch it.
A bunch of other trailers that are just very low budget. We'll kind of roll through them. In a Violent Nature 2. It honestly just looked like Friday the 13th.
And horror movie.
It literally just looked like Friday the 13th. They're all like at this old school summer camp, and there's this guy, but instead of like a knife, he's got a big hook, and he's just killing people. Okay. Looks like literally the same thing. Apparently, it's the second one. Mike and Nick and Alice. This is the one that's got Vince Vaughn, and he goes back in time and finds his friend, and then has to go find himself in that time period. So it's 2 Vince Vaughns, his friend, and then Vince Vaughn's wife in one of the time periods. Like the 4 of them are going around doing...
Is it a comedy?
I think they're trying to prevent his death.
It's like a comedy.
It's like a comedy action type.
Yeah. I don't know.
When's the last time I
I'm
saw
just a
Vince
big
Vaughn
fan
in
of
something?
I'm just a big fan of Vince Vaughn. I just like the way he acts.
What's the last thing he was in?
I don't know, but the things that I do remember him in are hilarious, and the way he talks like incredibly fast. It's so funny.
I don't know. The trailer didn't capture me. Comedy coming out called Preschool. This one actually did look kind of funny, but it's like I don't know anybody in it. Looks like a fairly low budget.
Is it about people who are running a preschool?
It's about a really prestigious preschool, and these 2 kids want the last spot, and so it's about like their parents like trying to fight for it and like puff up their kids and be like, look at what my kid can do. But it actually looked kind of charming and funny. Red Riding, and if you guys can go ahead and give a wild
gritty
guess.
Horror reboot of
That's
Red Riding.
the one.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
It's literally like without fail. If I just see the name of some old fable, and I'm just like, this is what that is.
You know, there was a way back in the day. I want to say it was like in the 80s or 90s. It might have been 2000s. There's a comic series called Fables, and basically the idea was like there's a magical land where all the fairy tales exist, and then this evil like Dark Lord took over and kicked all the fairy tales out, and so now they're on Earth. and so the big bad wolf is like a commando in World War II. It's actually really similar to like Wolverine's story, but it's actually really good.
Well, this is probably not going to be that.
Nope.
Does not look good. Last two are The Cure and Outcome, which scary movie, and then Keanu Reeves. Some comedy.
It's like
out.
a comedy. It's basically
Outcome is
First off, Keanu Reeves in anything but action just is weird to me.
Have you seen
Probably not.
Always Be My Maybe, Keanu Reeves?
No,
Oh,
no. But this
so
one is
good.
about. So this is. I watched the trailer today. I think it actually came out today. The trailer, and it's basically an apology tour.
Really?
Basically, is what it is. So he's an actor, and he's like burned bridges along the way, and then he does a apology tour, and it's about his apology tour, and it's weird. I don't know. It's a little strange. It's a comedy.
I haven't heard of any of these, and I don't have any interest in seeing any of them.
So movies that hit theaters in the last couple of weeks, we have Reminder of Him, which is a romantic drama. We have Undertone, which is an indie horror movie. The Gate, which is a thriller. Slanted, an indie drama.
Oh yeah, no. I mentioned this because it was on Pub TV. Do you know what Slanted is about?
No.
Slanted is about an Asian girl who is getting bullied for being Asian.
No shot at
And
slanted
so-
because of her eyes. Zero
And
shot.
so she gets surgery to become a basic white girl.
Oh.
And it looks kind of
Problem
like
solved.
I couldn't tell if it was supposed to be
They're
like
oh, a basic
serious,
white girl?
Like,
We don't need to make
I
fun of
couldn't tell
you.
if it was supposed to be like more like The Substance or just like satirical or serious. It was impossible to tell from the trailer, but it was wild.
That is hilarious, dude.
Wild.
Then we
You
got,
should watch the. I don't think you should watch the movie, but you should watch the trailer and be like, "What on earth were these people on?"
and then a movie called Alpha. That is just a new wide limited release.
It's about a wolf.
I don't know what it's about. Random news: Bradley Cooper is looking to reboot the Ocean's 11 series and potentially star in it. So that would be interesting. Although I don't really think it needs to because it's
They
great.
already nailed it. So
I kind of hope they don't ruin that IP because it's kind of great.
well, Ocean's 8 already did that. So
Oh gosh, I forgot that movie existed
Yeah.
until right now. Why'd you do that to me?
because you need to know.
The Oscars happened. I'm gonna have a segment just kind of talking about the Oscars, and we can just
I don't
laugh
care.
at it. Yeah, mostly it's just that. But on one of my segments, we'll dig into that.
I
The
did see
Oscars
some
did
hilarious
happen.
memes about Timothy Chalamet not winning anything.
Yeah,
Like
he kind of
Marty
got
Supreme
he-
not winning anything.
he got dumped on quite a bit, which is like.
and it was like there was also like some music person, Diane something.
Can
There were a bunch of memes about like Timothy Chalamet and Diane, whatever her name is, like walking slowly away from the
can we just enlighten me because I don't know what's going on with Timothy Chalamet and his drama that's happening.
I didn't hear about any drama. I just
something
saw
about like an opera or something, and I don't know the context. I have zero clue about it.
There was like a ballet
I have
or
no
opera
idea.
something that won.
So,
this
Conan
part of your segment?
O'Brien. No. Conan O'Brien took a shot at operas or something and ballets, and apparently Timothy Chalamet is like involved in that in some way. I actually don't know the details, but it was kind of like making fun of him, and everybody left. And then
Okay, all right, well.
that's like the extent of the.
Conan also
drama.
said, "Oh, at least the UK locks up their pedophiles when the UK has their grooming gangs that they have done nothing about." Like, Conan, do you even know what happens in the
Conan's
rest of the world?
was brutal. We'll talk about that in my segment, but.
They just cannot get. Ever since Ricky Gervais was like, "You all suck," they've been like, "Okay, if you come, you have to glaze us and do nothing but glaze us and do
Just
a really
gas
make
up
really
Hollywood
bad, make really
and-
bad jokes about Donald Trump." Which you can make good jokes about Donald Trump, guys. It's not that hard, but you guys can't even do that.
He's like, Kid Rock's gonna be hosting an Oscars at Dave and Buster's, and everybody's like, oh, ha, and then instantly, like everybody went to the Dave and Buster's, and it got really good ratings. But that's news for the last couple weeks. Happy birthday, Kurt Russell.
Hey, there he is.
Happy birthday, Rob Lowe.
Ooh.
Hey,
Happy birthday, John Boyega,
Ah.
which is it's Finn. If you
Finn,
guys know.
who's like, yeah.
He's just yelling and everything. He's still yelling right now.
Unfortunately, he went back on the old dime like, yeah, it's because Star Wars fans are racist. Like, everyone loved you. Everyone wanted more for your character. Like,
Yeah.
it's not the fans' fault that you ended up with really terrible directors and terrible scripts that sidelined you. Everyone was mad about that. Hello?
And happy birthday, Gary Sinise. He's the guy who played. He's the guy who played Lieutenant Dan. Sinise.
It's a nice.
It's a nice.
Nice.
I don't know. Not
But
really
happy
sure.
birthday,
But happy
dude.
birthday.
Happy birthday to Beauty and the Beast.
Hey! Hey,
the live action remake.
No, boo, boo. Rest in
And
peace.
Happy Birthday Train Spotting, which is not a bad movie if you like to watch. If you like to
Really
watch
gross drug addicts.
really gross drug addict movies.
And the worst, what is it? The worst train in Scotland, or the worst toilet in Scotland. You know how they did that? They threw like melted chocolate everywhere.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
disgusting.
And he like dives into it. It's pretty horrifying.
Fortunately, it's all like chocolate syrup. It's funny. There was a Chappelle Show skit that was about like working at basically at a Kinko's, and he's like, you need like the training manual is like, be the worst possible employee. We hate the customer. We want them to die. So it's like, oh, we go into the bathroom, we paint chocolate syrup to make it look terrible. And Dave Chappelle was telling a story about it. He's like, yeah, the guy was like setting it up, and it's chocolate syrup, so he would be painting it on. They'd be like,
oh, Dave Chappelle. That's it for notes. Let's get around to what the 4D podcast has been watching over the last couple weeks. So, Marco, you want to start us
Yeah,
off?
I can start us off. So I watched about 5 movies this over the last 2 weeks, as well as I did finish up in the last episode. I talked to you guys about Alone, the show, and I did finish it up. It might be my favorite season.
Yeah?
It is incredible.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
If you guys
I don't
haven't
wanna
seen Alone, go watch Alone.
Yeah, it is such a good show because it does 2 things. One, it just amplifies these people that know how to do like these bushcraft things, and it's so sick to what they do. But then also it gets into like the mind of like basically being in solitary confinement for umpteen days and almost 100 days or whatever it is.
Losing their
And
minds.
they're just losing it. They're completely losing it. They always start out, they're always like super focused and this and that. And towards the end, these people are just like dancing around a fire and like going absolutely bonkers.
I love
it's
like their
wild.
philosophies and how they change. At the beginning, it's just like, I'm here to represent for all the people, that were overweight in high school or something. And then they get there and they're just like, it's day 25, and they're like, I've ran out of cranberries, so I tried to eat this bark and it didn't taste good. Now I'm just missing Jessica. And you're like, are you done for, dude? And he's like, I think I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to call. And then he's just like, I can't wait, dude, I can't. And then
So the 5 movies that I'm gonna say 4.5 or whatever it is because I didn't get through the last one.
Wait till Nathaniel hears what movie you watched.
So the first one I watched, Truman Show, incredible.
Oh, first time watching?
No. I've
Okay,
seen it. I've
thank
seen it
God.
once or twice before,
First time?
but it's
seen
incredible.
it.
And it's one of those
You ever seen it?
movies.
You're always surprised when I
Oh
say I
my
haven't seen movies,
goodness.
but I've told you, like, I haven't seen a lot of movies. Greg.
Oh my God, The Truman Show might be one of Jim Carrey's best.
Yeah.
I've heard
To give you an
good
idea,
things about
he's incredible.
I know
He
what
is
it's
absolutely
about.
incredible. Yeah, and it's one of those movies where the more you watch it, the more you find because each thing kind of leads up to the. Obviously, if you know what it's about, it's about him as a show, and each of these things are like leading up to it. It's an incredible movie. He does a great job acting it. It's funny. It's drama. It's great. Anyways, the next one I watched is War Machine, which is the new Netflix movie. It is.
That's not about War. It's not related to Marvel.
It is
Universe.
the Marvel
It
War
is
Machine.
Not related. To
not
Marvel.
related.
Not related.
It is par, I guess, for an action movie. There's not a lot of substance there. It's a lot of bing bang boom explosions in the background and things.
What is it vaguely about?
Okay, so he is a
It's a machine.
yes,
Machine could
actually,
be
weirdly enough,
literally
he is a guy who is going through Ranger School, Army Ranger School, and the last test for the Army Ranger School is for him and his squad to go out, plant a bomb on this arbitrary plane thing that they planted in the middle of the woods, come back to the rendezvous point, cross the finish line, hunky dory. During that time, there is an alien thing
So it's kind
that
of a
comes
Predator
down,
situation.
kind of similar. Yeah, it comes down and it's just like this literal like machine. It almost looks like I don't know, like the thing from Stranger Things with the 8 legs or whatever, but like in a machine format. And it goes in and tries to kill everything. And there's like, he single-handedly beats this thing. Basically, is kind of the idea.
Don't spoil it.
Oh no, he
come on.
wins.
Yeah. Oh no.
Spoiler.
Yeah. It is the most basic of
There's
basic.
2 ways it ends.
Right.
Been
He
watching
wins
Game of
or he
Thrones, he
dies
could
and everyone
die.
else dies.
Right. And so, anyways, there's a little bit of a heartfelt thing with brotherly, love and all that good stuff. But it is about as par as you get for an action movie. It is very much a popcorn watch, basically, is what it is. Decent acting, but again, kind of just there. The next thing I watched was Interstellar. and I watched this one probably 4 or
I've heard
5
it's
times.
trash.
It is
Amazing.
incredible. Incredible. Probably, and I'm trying really hard to think of another movie that has a better score. I can't think of one. This is my
Yeah.
favorite score.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Well, the movie we watched has one song that probably has it beat.
Oh boy.
Oh
Oh boy.
Test your mic.
Oh.
Kombat.
We don't even
Jeez.
need to play
Anyways.
it. You can just let me and Nathaniel do it. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
The next thing I watched was Passengers, which is the one with
Chris
Chris
Pratt
Pratt
and,
and whatever her name is. They're the last two, or the only two people that wake up on a cross-planetary journey that should have taken hundreds of years or 100 years or whatever it is. They wake up like 4 months into it because they hit an asteroid and it was a short circuit. And they're the only two people living on this, well, wake on this planetary trip.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's what it is. Great movie. I thought it was really good. Pretty basic, but overall pretty good. The next one I watched is In the Blink of an Eye, which is it's a very short movie, which actually ended up being kind of nice. It's not a 2.5 hour movie like
the one you were
most.
telling me about.
Yeah,
Weird.
this is it exponentially goes faster in time. Not for the purpose of the movie, but
Not for the purpose of the viewing experience.
right.
'Cause clearly that wasn't great.
It kind of just it starts out.
Is it like one of
it's-
those things where every time the character says Shrek, it gets faster or something like that?
No, this is a real
I understand
movie.
what you're saying.
But I know it's a real movie, but I'm like, this is what you're saying. It does
kind of, but like the speed of the motion or whatever doesn't change, but like
Oh, okay.
the time jumps exponentially
you're
get
saying.
more and more. So it
it's
starts
like-
out. It's essentially three things that you're following, 3 storylines that you're following: a caveman, somebody in like modern time, and then somebody super in the future. And you're kind of watching him as these 3 things, those 3 storylines go on. And the first half of the movie is like, day to day, like it's pretty generic. And then about halfway through the movie, it like does a jump, and it's like, oh, okay, okay, all right, now I get it now. And then like it does another one, and you're like, whoa. Okay, all right, I'm there. And then it does another one, and it's like exponentially more. And I mean, like, you're like, wait, what? Hold on. Hold on. This is
Fast
wild.
forwards the caveman and suddenly it's the modern guy. And
Dude,
you're like, wait a
it
minute.
is bonkers how fast it goes. There is a point in which you have to infer that a baby is the grandfather who then dies. In a matter of about 3 minutes. And I shit you not. Because the baby has a birthmark. There's a small scene of whatever. And then there is a dead grandfather with a birthmark. And it's like, man, that was fast.
Playing on
And
fast
it's like,
forward over
you're
here.
like, it's like whiplash. You're like, whoa. Anyways, acted well, but it was a bit of a mess towards the end of the movie. And then the last one that I halfway got through, I started it last night, and actually it wasn't even me that told me to stop. It was my wife, because she was like over it, which should tell you something, which was the Oscar-winning movie, One Battle After Another. I went in completely blind with that
Dog
movie,
water.
and it was ass.
Dog water.
It was so bad. A couple things. Number one, woke.
Oh, yeah.
It is the most woke movie I think I've ever seen. And that is saying something, because we've watched some really bad ones.
Yeah, we watched some bad ones.
But I think what really got us in was the music. It was
Such a random thing.
it was a chase scene music in piano format for like an hour.
Bold.
And it was wild.
One of the choices of all
Oh,
time.
yeah, it was the choice of all time. That's it. So that's what I've been watching. Next up.
Nice. Nathaniel, what have you watched the last couple weeks?
Mortal Kombat.
Oh my gosh. Me and Nathaniel both watched this, so we can both kind of. What a fun watch.
It was so
man.
much fun. I
mean,
was
talk
laughing.
about
I was
such a-
enjoying it.
I mean, it's bad in about every way you could be bad, except for the score is incredible. 'Cause they just like we're just gonna
Excuse me.
We're just gonna
There's one other
attach
thing
you
that
to
is incredible.
morphine and just
There's one other thing that is incredible.
don't say Raiden
I'm
because
not gonna say. Well, Raiden was awful.
Yeah, Raiden was horrendous.
Liu Kang's hair.
Oh, Liu Kang's hair
Dog.
was.
It was amazing.
It was early '90s, like suave
It was like
Asian
Patrick
dude hair.
Swayze, big
Yeah.
billowing. And
It was like
amazing.
every scene. It was like it was ultimate hop hair.
There was
he would do
some-
something and then his hair was following behind
Yeah,
him doing
it
the
was
thing and then caught up to him.
There was some good fight choreography. Not a lot. There was some bad fight
Fair.
choreography. But there was some good fight choreography.
I would say most of it, and this is kind of sad to admit, is just bad. It's like
Oh, yeah.
them like just doing some ridiculous thing, like flipping and then like double kicking the guy's chest, and he like flies like halfway across the room through the window. And I'm like,
Very funny.
It's just funny, like funny. But there were some times that was legitimately just good choreography.
There are few and far between, but there was good choreography. And of course, every time there was like a major fight, it'd be like dead silent, like music, no music, and then the guys would show up and they'd be like staring each other down, and then it would just go doot 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 doot. We're like, yeah! It was short. The dialogue was terrible.
The acting was
awesome.
even worse.
It was awesome.
And there was just one point where they're like on this island, they're fighting, they're all in these different locations, and then randomly it's like Johnny Cage, and he's just like in like an apple orchard. And then he fights there, and then Scorpion like drags him to hell, so he's fighting in hell, and then all of a sudden he's just back, and you're like, where were you in the first place? Where was the apple orchard?
The best part about that fight is these are like really skinny trees, like this wide.
Yeah.
And he's fighting Scorpion, and then he's looking around, and Scorpion's gone. And he's like, what? And then he's staring down this row of apple trees, and Scorpion just like pops out. I'm like, dog, that tree is like the width of, what were you hiding behind? It's amazing.
It is absolutely hysterical.
Oh, and Liu Kang kills Sub-Zero by throwing a bucket of water at him. It's so bad.
Oh,
the girl's
no.
like, you'll need to defeat your next appointment with the source of life. And he's like, the source of life. And then they're fighting, and there just happens to be a full bucket of water next to him. And he's just like, water. And he just says it. He's like,
throws
water.
It, and it turns into this giant spear that just skewers
and he
him.
just
Like,
throws it at Sub-Zero, who's freezing things around him. And then the water that he throws, turns into a giant spear, spears him, and like takes him off his feet, off into the wall.
Oh,
so
no.
Man, it was so much fun.
Again,
I enjoyed it.
Fun.
I enjoyed
fun
it a lot.
watch.
I love those types of movies.
I'm going to do a segment because I remember what my second segment was going to be. But next time I'm going to do a segment on good bad movies and bad good movies and that whole spectrum.
I'm so pumped for that.
Because he wants to talk about.
But the other thing
I want to talk about Surf Ninjas.
I watched all the Austin Powers movies. They're fine. They're fine. There are some like every single moment that's been turned into a meme is actually good. So I like all right. How about no?
It's so good. I actually really enjoyed the first one.
Yeah,
the first one was like one of my favorite ones.
I thought the second one was probably the strongest one.
Is that Goldmember?
No,
Goldfinger?
that was the third one. That was the Spy Who Shagged Me.
Oh, right.
The first one, they all suffer from the same thing, which is like there's just a lot of gross and potty humor, and I was like, the third one, it went on for so long, I was actually starting to feel nauseous. And I was like, stop talking about drinking this guy's dookie. Like, I can't take it anymore. I just had to take my headphones off. Like, this is just, come on. But there were like some legitimately funny moments because his in the third one, his dad is Michael Caine. Mm. And so he sits down and he's like, maybe we should have a talk in proper English. And so they're speaking and it's giving them subtitles, but they're actually using like Cockney slang. Like it's not like they're just making up words. Like they're saying it in the most obtuse Cockney slang they could possibly, and they're translating it. So they're like a bunch of really small moments that are really funny. But then of course there are moments that just drag on and on and on. I'm like, I get it. I get the joke. Move on to the next one, please. So I wouldn't ever go watch them again. All the meme bits are solid. They hold up. There are some legitimately really funny moments, but there's also just a lot of like, really, guys, you couldn't make a better joke than that. It's Mike Myers.
Yeah.
He's got some good stuff, but then a lot of stuff is just like, it's not just lowbrow. It's just like not funny unless you're super inebriated or a child.
Well, I typically fall in the second of that category. I love me some Austin Powers. I think that potty humor is so funny sometimes. I got to be in the mood for it, to be fair. Yeah. But sometimes, man, I cackle at some of those jokes. Yeah. They're so good.
Never really watched them, so
yeah. I mean, you're not really missing anything. I'll say that.
I disagree, but here we are.
All right, so I also watched Mortal Kombat. Very, very fun. We plan on watching the next few, so in preparation for the new Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
So we'll be watching those. I finished Marty Supreme.
You finally finished it?
Woof. That movie is he is just an awful guy. He just like affairs with women, getting other women pregnant, not claiming ownership of the baby, just scamming people out of money, pretty much taking advantage of anybody he possibly can around him, stealing things. Any just denial that he's ever at fault or ever loses anything, loses this ping pong tournament, makes his whole mission getting back to that guy and beating him because giving him a proper paddle because he had a paddle that allowed him to spin the ball. I don't know. Awful. Just like it inspires nothing within me to watch. Like this is not my everybody's like, oh, but Timothy Chalamet, amazing job. Maybe he did. but like he also just looks like a child wearing his dad's clothes in everything he does. I'm sorry. And this is a small rant about Timothy Chalamet. I do think that he is functionally a talented actor. Like by measurable standards, he's talented. But he'll always just look like a disgruntled teen to me in everything. And not even like a big teen. Like I was this big when I was a teen. Like he is tiny. Like he's just a little dude. Like and he looks even like a littler dude than he actually is. Like and so there's never a time where he just looks like this like slick con man. I'm like, no, you look like a kid wearing glasses that don't fit you with a fake mustache and this big old button up, and you're like, hey, I'm Marty Supreme. And I'm like, you're just Timothy Chalamet. Like, I can only see Timothy Chalamet.
You look like a 12-year-old trying to sneak into an R-rated movie.
Yeah, in anything he does. And eventually I'll have a segment on just puny actors and them having to stay in their lane and not try to do bigger movies.
Yikes.
Because I think
toxic masculinity Greg strikes again.
No, he definitely works, but you have to recognize what you look like. Yeah. I mean that plays a role. Like you can't just take the really. There are some dudes who are funny because they look kind of funny, and like that just kind of works for them, and like they wouldn't work as hunky action dudes. And there are some dudes that can play disgruntled drug addicts that that are struggling in life and that probably wouldn't work in other roles. And so I do think that the more talented person is somebody that has a range, and I just don't necessarily think that Timothy Chalamet, whether it's his fault or not, maybe it's the way he looks, I just don't think that he has much of a range anyways. So I watched that. Still been watching New Girl with Marco just here and there. Yeah. Not much to say about it. It's a funny show. It gets way too about sex though. Like it's literally.
Gonna quote a number at you. I'm just gonna slide it across the table. No, I'm just gonna say it. $5 kabillion.
There's so many funny. Schmidt is hilarious throughout the entire. He's always funny. But the humor does just turn into like sex jokes constantly, and I'm like, it gets a little old. But and the biggest thing I've been watching is I've been watching through Game of Thrones again. I've only ever done it once a while ago, and I was kind of like not that into it. I am going to have a segment on it. So later in the show, I will be doing a things that make you say about Game of Thrones. Okay, about not Anyways, so we'll talk more about Game of Thrones later. But all that being said, Mr. Nathaniel, why don't you kick us off with one of the segments you brought today?
You might be wondering why you have a piece of paper in front of you
labeled 1 to 11.
1 through 11. Let's see what we got.
Crisis. The woke-toids of planet Beta Cuck have fired a cancellation beam at Earth, eliminating all great media. You have been tasked to remake movies and series in an attempt to reestablish great cinema. You have at your disposal a machine which can summon any actor from any time at any point in their career. However, the residual radiation from the cancellation beam makes it impossible to recast an actor in the same role they had previously in a movie. So, I'm going to give you a movie, and I'm going to give you 2 to 4 characters in that movie, and you have to cast them. You can cast them anything you want except for the person who has already played them.
Check.
Okay.
And you can't sidecast. You can't take someone from the same movie. If possible. I mean, you can argue for it. I'm going to give you like a minute for each one. You can use IMDb to look up actors if you need. Like you can use your phone to look up things if you need to.
Okay.
You will score 1 point for each one that you have that's different from each other. Okay. You will score an extra point if you match with me. If you pick the same actor, you get 0 points. Okay. So it's like categories or balderdash.
I'm going to be so bad at this, but okay. We got it.
All right. So number 1, Harry Potter. You must recast Snape, Dumbledore, and Hagrid.
Snape.
All of that is one.
Is one. So who are you casting for Snape? Who are you casting for Dumbledore? Who are you casting for Hagrid? Snape, Dumbledore, and Hagrid. And if you're at home, play along. Again, you can look up whatever actors you want. You just can't. So in other words, you can't pick Alan Rickman for Snape. You can't pick Michael Gambon or whoever played before him, the guy who passed away. Who Greg said left. You can't pick them, and you can't pick Robbie Coltrane for Hagrid. Other than that, you can pick anyone you want, again, from any time and any time in their career. So you could say like young Carrie Elwes, or you could say
Yeah.
like Charlie Chaplin
Sure.
at his prime.
Makes sense.
Right.
So just so I'm clear,
Mm-hmm.
if Greg and I have the same
Actor, you score
Actor.
no points.
0 points.
Zero points.
If I do not, I get a point, and if we
If you
guess
pick,
the
if you
same
pick
as
the one
you,
as me, you get a bonus point.
what if we both guess the same one as you?
If you both guess the same one as me, then you get 1 point.
Okay, all right, just make sure. And this is all on one.
This is all on one.
One. Okay. So Snape,
Snape,
Dumbledore,
Dumbledore,
Hagrid.
and Hagrid.
Okay. Let's see.
All right, and I'll give you 1 minute. We need to play some music in the background. do, 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 do. I'll do that.
Hagrid.
You can also just write
All right,
down
I'm
the names
good.
and come back
I
to
got
it.
mine.
All right. Are you ready for number 2?
Yeah.
Give Marco some time.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. Don't. I want you to just go with your first impression. Don't think too hard about it.
Okay.
Just your first, like, oh, if I could put this person in this role. All right. Number 2, The Matrix, Neo,
Oh, jeez.
Morpheus, Trinity, and Agent Smith.
My God, why are there so many?
Some of them, most of them have 2 or 3, but there are 2 that have 4.
This is gonna take forever. Also, I haven't seen freaking Matrix in.
Well,
Eons.
I'll tell you who's in the current role. So, Neo was played by Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, yeah.
Trinity, I literally have no idea. It's I know who it is, but my brain's blanking out on it. Morpheus was Lawrence Fishburne, and Agent Smith was I'm blanking again. Elrond.
Hugo Weaving.
Hugo Weaving. Thank you. Who played Trinity? What's her name? I'm totally blanking. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. There's 11 of these. Holy crap!
No, there's 4 movies.
Wait.
Oh,
No,
11.
11.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
Don't worry.
okay.
There are some that are only 2 people.
Okay, hold on.
You can reuse actors, by the way. You don't have to pick unique actors for each one. Okay? So I'm just saying you could pick like, oh, I want Charlie Chaplin in every single one of these movies.
Right.
You just can't. The only rule is you can't have someone who was already in that movie. Yeah, most of the rest of these only have 2 people.
Sometimes I just wanna pick
It's
somebody.
okay to go to the funny one.
I just want to pick somebody.
I'm trying to. Okay, so it's
Neo. Morpheus,
Morpheus,
Trinity, and Agent Smith.
Okay.
Oh shoot! What's that name? Look,
Yeah, you can look up if you're not sure what the name is, you can look it up.
okay, let me just find this one.
And my other segment is much shorter. So I'm taking all the time from my second segment, which is very short, probably 5 minutes, and I'm putting it into this segment. So number 1 was Harry Potter, Snape, Dumbledore, Hagrid. Number 2, The Matrix, Neo, Morpheus, Trinity, and Agent Smith. Of all the 11, there's only 2 more movies where you have to name 4 people.
Okay. I think. I guess.
Mr. Anderson.
Oh, come on. We missed. It ends tonight.
There's always somebody that I think is similar to Hugo Weaving. Oh, okay, I got it.
All right, we're ready for number 3?
Yep.
All right, so there's the last 4 for a while. There's only one other 4 after this one. Star Wars,
Okay.
Luke, Han, Leia, and the voice of Darth Vader.
My God.
Luke, Han, Leia, and the voice of Darth Vader. I think I had some pretty good picks for this one. Not going to lie.
Let's do.
So you said it doesn't matter like time period wise.
Time period wise,
Okay.
it does not matter. And you can specify, like when we go over them, you can specify, oh, this guy from around this era, from the 90s era,
Yeah.
or from the 2000s era, like young George Clooney, old George Clooney, right? But your time machine, the only thing you can't do is cast, so you can't cast Mark Hamill as Luke
Right.
or as any of the other roles in Star Wars.
Right. So Luke.
Han, Leia, and the voice of Darth Vader.
Okay.
Luke, Han, Leia, and the voice of Darth Vader. And again, this one, I think I actually came up with a pretty good one. I think I got a good one for the Matrix as well. All right, ready for number 4?
No.
No.
Give me a second.
Use the Force, Greg. Search your feelings.
Search your feelings.
Yeah. If you're like, I don't know who would be I don't know if you can't think of I don't know who would be a good actor, think who would be a funny actor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Number
Okay.
4, Die Hard, John McClane and Hans Gruber. It's only 2 people. John
Right.
McClane, so Bruce Willis's character, and Hans Gruber, Alan Rickman's character.
Okay.
So Die Hard, you're replacing Bruce Willis and Alan Rickman. Bruce Willis and Alan Rickman in Die Hard.
Got it.
Okay.
Next.
Yep.
Gladiator, Maximus, Russell Crowe's character,
Mhm.
and Commodus, Joaquin Phoenix's character. So Maximus and Commodus. And I had to look up, because I was putting the actors, I was like, no, I'm supposed to be putting the character names. I had to go look up all the character names. I was like, man, I don't remember these character names at all. I remember Maximus, but I could not remember what Joaquin
It's just
Phoenix.
Maximus and Commodus, yeah?
Yeah. So most of the rest of them are 2, except for the last one, which the last one, you'll appreciate why it's not 2. Also, you're going to hate one of mine.
Oh, who's the guy that played that?
You got it?
Right, yep. Yep.
All right.
Hold on. Hold on.
Just put someone down.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Number 6, Rocky 3. Rocky and Clubber Lang, which was Mr. T. Rocky and Clubber Lang.
Clubber Lang is the dad.
It's
or
Mr. T.
whatever.
It's Mr. T.
Oh, Mr. T. Oh, okay.
It's
okay,
Mr.
okay.
T. I pity the fool.
Yeah.
Nobody can replace Rocky.
I was about to say, if you just put Mr. T again, I might allow that. Ice Cube. No, I don't want to give you guys ideas.
Oh,
I
man.
should have put Ice Cube down, but I didn't.
Oh, man.
All right, got him.
Yeah. That's
All right, number 7. Now I know this is gonna hurt. Shawshank,
Oh,
Andy Dufresne, and Red.
yeah.
Yeah, I know it hurts. You gotta recast Andy Dufresne, and you gotta recast Morgan Freeman's character Red. There's one on there that's gonna hurt more.
Great. Can't wait.
Just one that's gonna hurt more.
Oh my god. This is
Sorry. Red and Andy.
And Andy. You gotta replace Red. Who played Andy Dufresne originally? I can't even remember.
I don't know the name of the
I don't know the
actor.
guy's name.
Well, you can't use him, and you can't use Morgan Freeman.
Red and Andy Dufresne. Oh. Okay. I got one.
Ice Cube as Andy Dufresne, obviously. I mean, that's basically what Triple X State of the Union was. Did you guys watch that movie? Do you guys watch any of the Triple X movies? Am I the only person who's seen those?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Triple X with Vin Diesel.
I know.
Oh yeah.
There's like two.
There's one knockoff with Ice Cube.
Yeah,
or
there's
something.
3 Triple X movies. It's
Okay.
almost like the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. There's 3 of them, and the middle one doesn't involve Vin Diesel at all.
All right. Ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
Number 8, Silence of the Lambs, Clarice, and Hannibal.
Hannibal's the
Clarice?
guy, and
The Anthony Hopkins, Fava Beans and a Nice Chianti.
I don't know if I've ever seen that movie. Is that terrible?
Wow.
I mean, but you probably know enough about it. Like Clarice is the cop, who's looking for Buffalo Bill. And so she goes to Anthony Hopkins, the serial killer cannibal Hannibal Lecter, to get advice on how to catch Buffalo Bill. Who's apparently transphobic. I don't know.
Clearly.
Clearly. Apparently the Buffalo Bill actor apologized for that. Dude, 1992, you're a serial killer. No one's like,
It puts the lotion on its skin.
And
so gets the hose again.
Clarice is the girl.
Is
correct?
the girl. Yeah.
Oh, what's her name? Okay, give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a series we need to do. We need to watch the Hannibal series. There's like 2 good ones.
Yep.
And then there's a bunch of stinkers. So we got to do that's like par for the course. Having 2 good ones in a series, we'll take that every day.
Yeah.
Because there have been series where there's 1 good one and the rest of them are stinkers, and then there are a couple of series where all of them are bad. Like, how did this get sequels? Man.
Good.
All right.
Oh man.
Here's the one that's going to hurt. Here's the one that's going to hurt. Good Will Hunting. Will
No.
and Sean.
No.
So you need to replace Matt Damon,
No.
and you need to replace Robin
No.
Williams.
Terrible.
I told you it would hurt. Don't worry. The other 2 don't hurt as much. So, and remember, you can't use like Ben Affleck because he's in the same movie.
Yeah,
Right.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Um,
and I know this one hurts. I
hold on a
think
second.
like
Hold on a second.
imagine if they got erased from existence and you had to remake the movie. Who would you cast? Who would your second pick be?
Okay. We're good.
Give me a second.
Ice Cube. For both roles.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right. Number 10, Men in Black, J and K. Will Smith and
Tommy Lee Jones.
yeah, Tommy Lee Jones. Thank you. My brain just blanked. I even looked that one up. So J and K.
Man, Jay is like pretty much impossible. Like
Yeah,
nobody
right?
can be.
I was like, I have to pick a movie with Will Smith in it, but I couldn't think of a Will Smith movie where I knew any of the other actors in the movie.
He's so unique.
Yep. Ice Cube's kid from Den of Thieves. You having fun over there?
Oh, no, it's going to be a good one.
All right.
Hold on.
Take your time. Take your time.
What's
Yeah, look it up. What you don't know, you call yourself a movie fan? Name every actor. This guy he claims to like movies.
okay? Got it.
Last one. This is a forfer, but
Okay.
this is a good one. The Dark Knight, Batman, Gordon, Two-Face, and Joker. Batman, Gordon, Two-Face, and Joker. So we got to replace Christian Bale. I'm totally blanking on who played Gordon and Two-Face and Heath Ledger. I looked this up. I just looked this up today. Oh my gosh.
Wait. The Dark Knight?
The Dark Knight
Okay.
has Batman,
Right?
Jim Gordon, which was who plays Jim Gordon?
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Two-Face, which I can't remember his name either.
I don't know his name, but
Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah, Aaron Eckhart, and then Joker, Heath Ledger.
Right.
So those are your 4 replacements. This is the last one. And remember, you can't use Joseph Gordon-Levitt because he's in the movie as Robin. In case you were tempted. Or what? Who plays the girl?
stop. I'm thinking. Stop talking.
I was confident with 3 of my 4 picks on this one. I need to put down a point counter. So points for Marco and points for Greg.
Man, Batman's a tough one to peg.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot of people I feel like that could pull off Batman.
And yet you must choose.
All right, so just so I'm clear. Batman,
Uh-huh.
then James Gordon.
Yeah. Commissioner Gordon, then Two-Face, then the Joker.
Okay.
All right. Greg looks like he's finishing up.
Okay, I'm good.
All right.
We're locked in.
We're locked
I
in.
love some of these. I wish
Yeah.
that they were the actual movies,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. Some of these are great. I know some of those were painful for you, especially you, Marco, and I apologize.
Fine. Not a big deal.
I'm not mad about it. I'm not bitter at all. Greg is gonna hate. You're both gonna hate what I picked for number 9, by the way.
What was the last one for the
Joker.
Dark Knight?
So Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger's Joker.
And then
So it should be
James.
Batman, James Gordon, Two-Face, and Joker.
Two-Face. Okay. Oh God. I don't know. Insert random white dude here. I don't know.
Racist. Why is it got to be a white guy as Two-Face?
Because he is.
Why can't a black guy be Two-Face? Ice Cube. Just put Ice Cube in every role.
All right.
All right, we
I'm
ready?
Good. I'm good. Yep.
All right. Harry Potter. Greg, who did you cast for Snape?
Snape is Alan Lee.
Alan Lee. I don't know who that is.
He is Sauron.
Oh, okay. You mean
Sauron.
Christopher Lee?
Christopher Lee, sorry.
Okay.
Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee. Okay.
Chris Lee.
Oh, interesting choice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Sorry, what was the first one? Sorry.
Snape.
Snape.
Oh,
I
Christopher
casted
Lee.
Sauron.
Adam Driver.
Okay. Okay.
That's solid.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's
I
solid.
picked Jeremy Irons.
Who's that?
Jeremy Irons is Scar and also the bad guy in Die Hard.
Oh, very good. Very good.
I can go along with that.
I think
So
I like
you
So I got a
this.
point.
You both get a point.
Okay.
Who did you cast for Dumbledore?
Dumbledore, I had Ian McKellen.
That's very good.
An old version of Robin Williams.
Okay. Okay. I picked Bernard Hill, who is King Theoden.
So I got another point.
Yeah, solid. I still like Ian McKellen the best.
I think those are all good.
Hagrid,
And Hagrid.
I feel like we have the same. John Rhys Davies.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
He's gotten
That
pretty
one's
fat
out there.
now.
I picked Andre the Giant.
That's a good one.
How is he gonna?
Harry, you're a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry. Dude, John Rhys Davis.
Not my fault
It
I'm the
would be
biggest
an amazing.
loser.
John Rhys Davis is Gimli.
Yeah. No, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just think Russell Crowe would, with the accent and everything.
Yeah, I guess if you put him in makeup and made him gain 100,000 pounds.
I don't mind that at
could
all.
see it.
He's pretty
I could
fat
see
right
it.
now.
Is he?
he is
Yeah,
pretty. He's pretty
But
big guy.
the thing is, Hagrid's
So I
not
got
as
3
fat.
points.
Like Hagrid's a large human
Yeah,
being.
he's just
That's
a
why-
huge guy.
That's why I picked Andre the Giant, because he's a large human being. All right. The Matrix. Neo.
Tom Hardy.
Okay.
Daniel Radcliffe specifically because I couldn't think of one. We had just talked about Harry Potter and that was it.
I picked Bruce Willis.
is the Matrix?
I picked Bruce Willis, like a younger Bruce Willis.
Yeah, that's really good.
So I got a point there.
Yep. Morpheus.
Liam Neeson.
Liam. Okay. Race swapping him. That's weird.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
That's more racist than Liam Neeson. I'm sorry.
And I picked Idris Elba.
Okay, I can go along with that.
Trinity.
That's the girl, right?
Yes.
Linda Hamilton
Like from Terminator?
from Terminator.
Okay.
Emma Watson.
Dog. No. I'm not giving you a point for that.
Wingardium, I'm in love with Neo.
I'm not giving him a point for that.
What are you talking about?
You're just using characters from the last movie.
No.
All right.
Just
I
this
picked,
time.
I picked
That was it.
Angelina Jolie.
I would much rather. watch
Anyways,
that.
I got a point for that. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
I'll give you a point. All right. And Agent Smith.
Willem Dafoe.
Oh, okay.
Tom Hanks.
Okay. And I picked Jeremy Irons.
I got another point. I feel like we're just gonna tie.
Probably. All right. Star Wars. Luke.
Hayden Christensen.
Okay.
I
Tell me I'm wrong.
started laughing so hard at this
Tell
one
me,
because I just
tell me I'm
couldn't.
wrong.
Adam Sandler.
Get this guy. I picked Ryan Gosling.
He's too pretty.
I mean, young Luke is kind of a pretty boy.
Okay, that's fair.
We'll just have to have him had a motorcycle accident that messes his face up. Han.
Han is Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Russell Crowe because I couldn't think of. This is the only one that I was like I had to go back and I just randomly put one. So Russell Crowe.
I picked Clint Eastwood.
Good one.
He's too serious. He needs to be a little more. He needs some more razzle dazzle.
I think he can be a little more, like a younger Clint Eastwood, not like super old grizzled Clint Eastwood.
I can't wait for
I
this
think like
one.
dirty, hairy Clint Eastwood.
I
All
can't
right.
wait for Leia.
Leia.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay.
Paris Hilton.
Okay. I picked young Gwyneth Paltrow.
Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton with giant knockers just walking around.
Paris Hilton.
In that bikini though,
Dude, just like quadruple D just walking around.
Does Paris Hilton have big boobs?
Doesn't she? Didn't
Paris
she
Hilton's
get,
like a stick. I don't know.
didn't she get
I don't keep up with people's boobs.
anyways, voice of Darth. I don't keep up with people's boobs.
I feel like
Greg,
this is where
2026.
I might get
voice of Darth Vader.
Morgan Freeman.
Christopher Lee.
Morgan Freeman. I picked Jeremy Irons.
So all of us got a single point.
We just I keep doing Christopher Lee for when you do Jeremy Irons because of their voice.
All right, Die Hard. John McClane.
Liam Neeson.
Ben Affleck.
I picked Nicolas Cage.
That would be a movie I would watch. Hey, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Hans Gruber.
Sean Bean.
Oh, that's a good one. I actually like
Adam Driver again.
that. Driver again. Okay, I picked Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons, you're exhausting him.
Gladiator. Maximus.
Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
Mel Gibson.
Oh, ooh, okay. I can see both of those. Commodus.
I just put the actor that played Draco Malfoy.
Okay. Tom Felton.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Felton. Tom
I did
Felton.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch. Benedict. I went with Jeremy Irons.
Please. Did you use him for everything? Jeez.
Might have done. Rocky 3.
Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio for Rocky.
The Rock.
The Rock. And so I picked Jeremy Irons. And who'd you pick for Clubber Lang?
Billy Zabka.
Who?
He's the villain. He's the villain from Karate Kid. So
Oh,
I just recreated the Karate Kid.
Who'd you pick?
So good.
I just recreated the Karate Kid. Who
did you pick?
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, that's a good one. I picked Ice-T. Ice-T for that one. Shawshank.
I didn't like this one.
Andy Dufresne. Who'd you recast?
Steve Buscemi. Sorry,
Okay.
no, sorry. That was Red. Nicolas Cage is Andy Dufresne.
Oh no, I think it's a terrible idea.
Russell Crowe.
This guy Russell Crowe. I picked Jeremy Irons. What about for Red?
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Harvey.
Steve. I picked Denzel.
Dude, you can't just pick a random black guy. It doesn't work like
I
that.
picked Denzel, which I think
Okay,
would be
that's-
a
yeah,
good,
that is really
swap.
good.
Silence of the Lambs. Who'd you pick for Clarice?
Clarice is Maddie Ross.
Don't know who that is.
This is the girl.
This
Yes.
is Maddie
Okay.
Ross. She is she just married Josh Allen.
That doesn't tell me
Sinners.
anything.
The girl from Sinners.
The white girl from Sinners.
The white girls from Sinners. Yes.
Hannah Montana.
Okay.
Not even taking my game seriously. I picked Julie Andrews.
The one for Hannibal.
Like,
It is wild. Dude.
and then who'd you pick for Hannibal?
I legitimately don't think anybody could play this role, and it's the one that took me the longest, and I went with Jackie Chan.
I went with Bob Barker.
I kept thinking of that one
He
clip,
just liver with fava beans in an ice can.
the one clip where he's like, "Slow down, baby." Jackie Chan's got like the camera, and he's like, "Slow down, baby." I just keep thinking about him going, "I ate his liver."
I picked Jeremy Irons,
Oh
which
my
would actually work
gosh,
there. It would
dude.
actually. The funny thing is, it works in
Just
most of
stop.
these. No, I refuse.
Okay.
All right, the tough one.
This one I actually thought these
Goodwill
were
Hunting.
Leonardo DiCaprio would be.
That's not a bad one. I
Yeah,
picked young Tom Hanks.
Young Leo would be fine.
I picked. You guys are gonna hate me for this. Timothy Chalamet.
Gosh, boo, no.
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 I feel like
Cast him off
you
of a
should get
cliff.
negative points for
Cast
that, even
him
though
off
you're
of
not
a
even
bridge.
I'm not
explaining
even scoring
yourself.
points. What about for Sean?
I actually think this one fits. Like, I hate to say just as good, but Dustin Hoffman. I think he'd be a perfect Sean.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, that'd be good too. And I picked
Go ahead, just say it.
Jeremy Irons.
Oh my gosh.
Men in Black.
This is the one where I don't
For
die
Jay?
laughing.
Yeah, for Jay.
For Jay,
So
I have Adam Sandler.
Replacing Will Smith, I have Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, you do? Yeah, I got
All right,
one.
bonus point. There we go.
Yes,
the
I'm
only
winning.
bonus point. No. He's winning. He
'cause
gets
he
a
gets-
bonus point. He's picked the same person's
Oh, that's garbage.
name.
Okay.
So really, none of these matter. The only thing that matters is that Marco has 1 point.
All right, so okay for K.
Okay, I
put-
picked Jeremy Irons.
Oh my god, I put
Anthony Hopkins.
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris is the guy who runs the Truman Show.
Yes.
Which I already told you I haven't seen.
Dude, it's Ed Harris. He's the villain. He's the villain from National Treasure.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one that has
Gotcha,
that
gotcha,
has
gotcha.
the change of heart. He's the bad guy.
So he's the bad guy from National Treasure 2.
Oh, is that National Treasure 2?
Yeah.
Okay, he's in that one, and then he's the bad guy in The Rock. He's the enemy
Okay, yeah, I
sniper.
know.
and-
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Who'd you pick, Marco?
Anthony Hopkins.
Weird.
God.
Don't think that could happen.
All right. The Dark Knight. First of all, who do you think I put Jeremy Irons in as?
I mean, you can't do Gordon.
Nope. It's not Gordon.
Okay, so then
Batman?
he would be
Or Harvey
Two-Face.
Dent.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
picked him as
he would be
Two-Face.
Two-Face.
But who did you pick for Batman?
Like Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. Okay.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I picked Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
I think he could do it. He's got
good.
the
But
physicality
he's
for
already
sure.
a Superman though.
Right,
That's
but he's
kind of
got
a cheap shot.
But no, he was Superman. He's not Superman anymore.
fine.
They kicked him out. I'm gonna bring him back as Batman.
Gordon,
Gordon,
Willem Dafoe,
Daniel Day-Lewis,
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson is Gordon.
Listen.
Two-Face.
Two-Face. I had Sylvester Stallone.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And then of course Jeremy Irons, which I think he would actually work. Again, I think more than half of these, I was not being joking when I picked Jeremy Irons in there. I feel like I haven't seen him in anything recently.
He's not in much. He played Gordon in one of the Batmans. All right, here's my last
all right,
chance to get
Joker.
a point. Johnny Depp.
Nope.
Aaron Paul, the guy from Breaking
Oh
Bad.
yeah. I picked Nicolas Cage. So with a total of
My list is best.
I got 1 point more.
Marco wins. But I had fun.
I didn't mean to do that.
I really like the movie.
There's good ones in there.
casting That I
Yeah,
came up
yeah,
with,
I can go along with
Good
that.
ones in there.
All right.
All right, well done, Marco.
Yes. Let me get to my little document here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the, what's the let me pull it up.
Box
Let me
Office
pull it up.
Mojo?
Hold on 1 second. I had it up here. Just a moment. Here we go. All right. So I just picked out 10 of my favorite acted scenes, not cinematography, but just the acted scenes that the actor just did a really, really good job.
Okay.
So, in no particular order,
Okay.
Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting, the monologue on the bench.
Sure.
That
Yep.
is probably my favorite scene of all time in any movie, period. It is
The
incredible.
monologue on the bench is not the scene where he says it's not your fault, correct?
No.
No,
That's
no.
that's when he's talking about
Yeah.
you're a kid, you haven't been outside of Boston, you've
Yeah.
never
Correct.
Yeah.
That monologue goes on for about
flatlines him.
yeah,
and-
that monologue goes
Yeah.
on for about 3.5 minutes, and it is the most gut check of a monologue that anybody could ever give, and it is incredible.
Yeah. To me, that's the point where you really get
Yeah.
invested in the movie.
Yes, yes, I
That's
agree.
the one
That
where
is
he's
the
like,
point.
I could ask you about love and you'd quote
Yep.
these things, but
Yep.
you've never felt a woman's touch. I could,
It is
I could ask
incredible.
you about war and you'd probably quote these guys, but you've never had to hold your friends while they're dying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah,
It's
amazing.
absolutely incredible.
Amazing.
The next scene that I have is Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar. It's the point in which he's watching
A message from home.
the messages from home for the last 23 years, and the power that he has with emotions. He doesn't say a single word.
Yeah.
Not a single word is said, but you could tell everything he's thinking. It is incredible. Great job, Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. That scene is.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's turned into a meme, but yeah, to convey excitement and joy that you're watching your kids grow up, and also just like horror that you've missed all this.
Yep.
Is he does a pretty good job. Yeah.
The next one I've got is the Tom Hanks in Captain Phillips after he gets rescued. It's the medical scene where
yeah.
he gets checked up to see if he is okay.
Mhm.
And there's a weird scene. The whole time he's like,
Oh, is
in
that the
shock.
one? The I'm the captain now.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay. Captain Phillips. Yep. And when he gets off the boat, they literally take an actual Navy officer, medic, and put them into the shot. She's just a generic naval medic on a boat, and they say just do it as if he was an actual person, and he acts the whole thing perfectly, and it is incredible. If you get a second, go watch it on YouTube. Just that scene, it is incredible. What's the word I'm looking for? Where he's like stuck. He's remembering everything that happened. He's in
PTSD?
shock.
Yeah.
It is all. It's just incredible. The next one I've got is obviously Heath Ledger in Batman. It's when he was talking to Harvey Dent in the hospital. it's incredible when he's just it's just so good. Another Good Will Hunting is Matt Damon when he's talking to Skylar, and Skylar says, "Do you say you don't love me, and I'll walk away," and he just flat out says he doesn't love her. But there's a whole lead up to that where he yells at her because she doesn't know what my life is.
Having cigarettes put out on you.
Right.
I always thought that she was acting incredibly well in that scene too.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. She adds to it, but I think he did a really good job of that. So there you go. You've got the next one on my mind is the next one on my list is Russell Crowe with A Beautiful Mind when he does the acceptance speech for the Nobel.
Yeah.
Incredible. They also
do a very good job making him look old in that scene.
Yes.
I remember that being one of the earlier ones where I'm just like, oh, he's just functionally an old man now, and that's just makeup. Like they do a really good job.
Really, really good. Really, really well done. He talks about how, it's like he's talking to the crowd, but he's also talking to his visions.
Yeah.
He's like, I wouldn't be here. Yeah. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. Yeah. And he's like, you can kind of almost tell that he's talking to both the people that are actually in the room, but then also kind of to the people that are in his imagination, his hallucinations.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Imagination.
You've got next one on my list is Morgan Freeman in Shawshank when he talks about rehabilitation.
Yeah.
And you can stamp your stupid little papers and move on. Just don't waste my time. It's incredible. I'm sure I got that botched up, but it's incredible. That whole scene is so good. You've got Will Smith in Pursuit of Happiness. Both of it's kind of a combination scene where in the beginning, it's like a third of the way through when he gets the interview, and then again when he gets the job accepted or the job offer. Both of those scenes in the same room where he just got back from overnight jail for not paying parking tickets, and he's covered in paint, and then he goes in and actually gets the job, and he's like all decked out and suit and tie and the whole shebang. It's just a big contrast, and it's such a good it's such a good scene back to back kind of thing. Really well done. Another Robin Williams with Patch Adams.
Oh yeah.
His monologue when he's in the medical hearing for him doing malpractice.
Yeah.
It's like a 2 or 3 minute monologue.
I'm guilty as charged.
Yeah, it's so good. It's incredible. And then my last one is in The Green Mile. I had to look up the actor's name, but it's the big giant black dude that's in The Green Mile. And when he gets the
so what was the actor's name?
Michael Clark Duncan is the name of the guy.
I've seen him in other things.
I'm just so tired, boss.
There's that scene.
Being so ugly to each other.
There's that scene, but it's the scene that I'm referencing is when he's actually going to be executed, and they go to put the thing over it. He said he's like, please, boss, don't put that on me.
He's like,
I'm afraid of the dog. I was afraid of the dog.
I was afraid of the dog.
It's so good. It's incredible. That whole scene where it's like real slow, and you can tell like he's just really into it.
John Coffey.
And then one other, I didn't put it on here because it's not a movie, it's a show, but Will Smith in The Fresh Prince when he's talking about his dad. Also a really good scene. I didn't put it on the list just because it's not a movie. It's really, really well done though.
Did you like the gritty reboot, Bel Air?
Oh gosh.
No.
Don't even talk about it.
No.
Talk about epic TV show dads. Uncle Phil has got to be up there.
Oh,
just
so good.
One of the greats.
He's
good.
So
many moments in that movie, in that show, where he'll just stop everything and be like, "Oh no, sir," and he lays it down, and I'm like, "Dude, you are a freaking dad."
Yeah,
like, this is
so good,
man. Maybe
so
good. More media.
So good
out there. Yeah, good choices. Those are great moments. Great movies.
I disagree with everything you just said.
I am very confident that I'm missing some that I would absolutely add to that list, but those were the first 10 that I could think of that like really stuck out in my mind. What really put me to say that was going to be my segment is when I watched Interstellar again, and I watched Matthew McConaughey go through that scene, and it's just incredible. I know it's a meme. I know he's like slobbering all over the place, but he's just so good in that scene. It really is.
If I had to pick 10 best monologues, I would probably find 10 monologues from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
everyone in Lord of the Rings is just so good.
Every one of them, it's like Ian McKellen, Sean Astin, like Ian McKellen, Sean Astin, Viggo Mortensen in there. Just like
Theoden's.
Yeah, oh man, Theoden has some really good ones.
Man,
and Theodens are so there's so many good scenes. All right, cool. Well, my segment it's a specialty segment just because the Oscars were yesterday, and I figured it's a movie related.
All right, I'm going to take a nap.
About the Oscars. We got to do it, guys.
Yeah,
we really don't. We really don't have to do it. We can do whatever. We can do it. We can walk.
There's always. We can walk.
We can walk.
I'm out on the ledge, Jimmy. One Battle After Another wins Best Picture.
Yawn.
Yeah, I mean, not.
It's the Oscar baity movie. Of course it won because it's
God,
just a
it's
big circle
just-
jerk.
If I had to pick the best movie of last year, I probably would have said
Andrew,
F1.
I know you're gonna
maybe.
watch this. It's not a good movie, bud. Sorry.
Someone in the chat actually asked why they didn't pick Accountant 2.
For what?
For best
Picture.
movie, did that come out last year? That was several years ago. First of all,
No, I think it was last year. I think it was early
Accountant
last
2?
year. Yeah, Accountant 2.
Was
I
it?
think it was last year. Early.
I think it was. I thought it was 2024.
The
We're in
Accountant 2,
2026.
I'm pretty sure was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Whatever. Point is, somebody asked, and you wouldn't guess who it was.
Is it Liam Maxwell?
Yes.
I
What
can
an
tell you
idiot.
they did not pick that for Best Picture because it's a terrible movie.
What an
One.
idiot.
Oh, it was 2025. They could have, if they spliced up all the terrible parts and just a couple of good parts, it could make like best short.
that movie's not good at all.
No, it's not.
That is not.
No, it's bad.
F1 was solid,
Which is
from
such a
last
shame
year.
because F1 was great.
F1 was effectively Top Gun Maverick, but for F1 racing.
Yeah.
It was old guy comes in and teaches the young whippersnappers like how to do things old school.
What were the
And
other options? Like the
that's
other
pretty much it. Marty Supreme was up there.
Yeah.
Sinners is the other one that won
Sinners
a lot.
was fine.
Yeah,
I
Sinners
enjoyed
won a
Sinners.
lot of
A lot of-
awards.
Oh, people
Sinners was just
were like
too
getting all
much.
mad because the guy who did the music for Sinners is white,
Oh gosh.
and so they're like, "Oh, white guy won the award for the black
my
movie." Like,
gosh.
okay,
Isn't that the purpose
did you
of the
like
movie?
the movie or not? Like, hello,
They're like,
you
"Look,
racist?
see,
Does it
the
matter?
The movie's coming full circle. It's about white people stealing black people's culture, and so there we go,
Man,
full
just
circle.
morons. Like, hello,
Best director, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another. So what are some other ones that Paul Thomas Anderson?
he's
has
done a bunch
done?
of weird stuff.
He does. Oh my gosh.
But he's one of those directors where people who like his stuff really like his stuff and don't really care what's in it. They're just like, oh, it's another Paul. That's what Andrew.
Is he the one that did like the horror movies like
I don't think so.
like Hereditary and stuff? That's
I
not
have no
Paul
idea.
Thomas Anderson,
no,
is it?
no.
Okay.
He did There Will Be Blood, so he's done good things.
Okay.
So let's see. He did There Will Be Blood. Man, this is a bunch of random stuff. Did something about he did a documentary on Radiohead.
Great.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah. So There Will Be Blood was the big one, obviously. Punch Drunk Love. Magnolia. That was another famous one.
Anyways,
Boogie Nights.
he wins
Boogie Nights.
he won his first best director. He also gave a mildly woke speech about him handing his kids off in basically like a garbage country, like being like, hey,
You don't have to live here. You are rich enough to go to any other country.
he's like, I'm
so.
apologizing to my kids for having to give them this world that looks like the reflection of my movie or whatever. And I'm like, dog, you just won millions of dollars for creating a movie that lost millions of dollars.
No, guys, he's actually based. He's like, I'm so sorry my kids have to grow up in California on the West Coast where it's all just morons
The
and
dude,
Antifa.
he just gets paid tons of money to make movies that lose money. That's just the bottom line. Best actor, Michael B. Jordan, Sinners, fine.
Sure,
Like
yeah.
that was good.
He did a great job.
And he plays 2 roles, which is tough. I mean,
Yeah.
it's an impressive
And he
thing.
did a good job.
Yeah, I would say that he is not the problem with that movie at all. Like he's a fine.
I think that movie is fine. I don't think it's fantastic. I don't think it's trash.
I think that
it's
movie
fine.
tries to do way too much. Like the movie is just like, dude, pick one of them. Either be a musical, be a horror, or be a timepiece. Like be a historical timepiece, like whatever. Like, but it's like, hey, here's this really historical, like cool costumes. I was kind of with it for the first portion of the movie. I'm like, this is pretty cool.
And it
I'm
kind
like,
of lost you at the end.
and then it jumps into the music, and I was like, there were a couple elements of the musical portion.
Come on, the dude with the wraparound shades was dope.
Again, there was a cool moment where it goes through the different time periods of music. So it was very cool. That the music is cool, but then the last portion where it turns into the horror movie, I was like totally off. I'm like, this is you guys are just getting too up your ass. Anyways, too much in my opinion. So, but he wins Best Actor. That's fine. Best Actress, Jessie Buckley, Hamnet.
I've heard Hamnet was really good.
And support. Oh, this is the one where. Oh no! Okay, so Best Supporting Actress is Amy.
Don't even try.
Madigan.
Madigan.
There you go. Amy Madigan for Weapons, and this is 40 years after her first nomination. She's never won one.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Good
it's
for
kind
her.
of a big deal. She's
There
like
you
an older
go.
lady, so I thought it was cool.
She was the evil witch in Weapons.
She was like covered in, and she like was the one that was dressed like a clown.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't finish that movie. I need to watch it. I hear it was very good. Somebody said it was their favorite movie of the year. So, best
Probably
supporting
Liam.
actor Sean Bean, One Battle After Another. It's apparently
Sean Penn.
Sean Penn. Sorry, Sean.
You
Penn.
know it wasn't Sean Bean because he was still alive at the end of the movie.
Because he wasn't attacking Frodo. It's very similar to The Ring in Lord of the Rings. Oh, he's going to be chased by Sean Bean? No. Sean Penn wins it for One Battle After Another. He plays like this white lieutenant
The
guy
weird
that's
racist
obsessed
guy,
with this
yeah.
black girl, and just like it's just really weird.
With some of the worst hair I've ever seen in a movie. God.
Best original screenplay, Sinners.
That tracks because there weren't many of them.
Didn't K-pop win a couple of things for like music? Or something?
Yeah,
Best-
Golden won Best Song.
Best
and it won
adapted,
Best Animated.
screenplay, One Battle After Another. That's an adapted screenplay.
I have no
huh?
idea.
From
I have no
some
idea how that
garbage, even more garbage movie.
Well, a book or a screenplay or a play. A book or a play.
Best international feature, Sentimental Values.
Never
Sort
heard
of
of
a
it.
Norwegian movie.
Oh no, I did hear about it. It was kind of boring.
It's got the Skarsgård dad. in
Yeah,
it. Best documentary feature, Mr. Nobody Against Putin. I don't know what that is.
the only reason that won is because of the Ukraine
I'm sure.
war.
I'm confident that that's why.
Best original score,
Sinners.
Sinners.
Yeah, that checks out.
Best animated feature,
That's K-pop Demon Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
That was good. There you go.
K-pop was
Fair
great.
enough.
To be fair,
didn't
it
watch
didn't have a ton of competition. Zootopia
No.
2 was good, but it was also a sequel, and Elia was trash.
Considering that last year, remember the one we watched from last year? What was it called? The one that had like no dialogue. It was all the animals on the boat.
Flow?
Flow, yeah,
That
yeah.
was great.
Flow was a very interesting. Was
It definitely
one of the
felt
most,
like something that the Oscars would pick.
I think Marco would like that movie.
It was
Yeah.
good. It was fun. It's pretty short.
It's really
It's
pretty
definitely
animation.
something you can sit down and watch with your wife.
It's really like interesting, pretty animation, and it's just like there's no dialogue,
there's no
but you can
dialogue.
follow the story. And there's a bunch of animals. Like there's a dog.
You can follow
he's
the
a
story,
cute dog,
except for
and
there's one moment in the story, and you'll know exactly which moment if you watch it, where you're like, so
Okay,
what does
what?
that mean?
it's like this giant worldwide flood, and it's about these different little animals all like
Getting together on a
getting
boat.
together on a boat and being like, hey, how do we coexist here? But they're not talking. Like they're
So
just
Noah's Ark, but not with people.
but
Yeah.
they're actually
With a capybara instead of
they're
Noah.
acting like real animals would. Like they're
Interesting.
full on just like so you're charmed by it because it's like a dog coming over and
Sure.
sniffing something.
The
and, like,
capybara is an
and
absolute
backing off
Chad.
and acting like a dog, and a cat acting like really standoffish like a cat, and then there's a capybara, and there's like these different
Who
ones
is
that
totally based.
keep falling into this boat, and they're all just like reacting how you think they'd act, and so you're kind of like, it's charming, and the animation is really pretty, and the boat, like there's just a lot
a
going on.
lot of environmental storytelling.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That one best animated last year, and K-pop is just better just because it's
Oh,
more
yeah,
of a
yeah.
story. But I really like K-pop. I think it deserves what it got.
For sure.
But that was the Oscars in a nutshell. There was some talk of Timothy Chalamet getting snubbed for Best Actor. Then they made fun of him a little bit, so it didn't bother me much. The Oscars are garbage.
Yep.
Don't
Award
like-
seasons are absolute trash. If you look at the actual like viewership numbers, they're like 10% of what they used to be.
If you want to turn it into a betting thing, go and have fun. Like, I don't mind having friends over and being like, you all put like gamble on what you think is going to win. But it also has gotten to the point where everybody pretty much knows what's once. They're like, this is going to win that.
Yeah,
This is
one
gonna
battle
win.
after another. You're like, of
Yeah,
course, because
yeah.
it's the Oscar bait movie.
Yeah, they already knew that was going to be the case. Everybody already knew that Michael B. Jordan was going to win Best Actor. Like, there was all these different things. Everybody's like, yeah, of course this is going to happen. So it's not even one of those where it's fun to pick anymore. But anyways, that's the Oscars. That's a recap. Hope you enjoyed it. That's fair. No, I actually. All right,
I woke up this morning. I got back
segment
from work. I took a nap, and when I woke up, this was under my pillow.
Uh-oh.
I don't know
Whoa.
how he got into my house.
What in the world?
I don't know how he got
Oh.
on. He's not allowed in the United States anymore, so I don't know how this
Yeah,
got
he's
in
been
here.
expert. Oh, it's Jakob.
But
Oh.
Cue
yeah, we
the
got a letter from
music.
Jakob.
Cue the music, dude.
Goodness.
Wow, look at this thing. It's on there. It's on your soundboard. It's labeled like funny music, I think. Just shuffle through. It's like on one. It's on the top bar. Let me know when you find it.
So yeah, so
Found
Yeah,
it?
I got it,
Okay,
yeah.
wait.
for the
wait
first time
for
in a
it.
long time, we got a letter from Jakob.
You
My
cue him up
goodness.
when you're ready, Nathaniel.
I'm ready. To my moronic idiot chuds. Hey losers. Bet you didn't think you would ever hear back from me. What with all the turmoil in international waters. Hoping I got sunk by a stray missile? Guess again. I've been keeping tabs on you monkeys, and I have to say that switching to not watching movies is a bold move for a movie podcast. I almost respect
right,
the balls that took, except you still have wrong opinions, so what the hell? I actually agree with the Ginger about Harry Potter, but not because he's right about anything. The angst and teen drama is that sweet nectar reminiscent of the greatest channel of all time, the CW. No, Harry Potter is bad because it's set in England, but I don't see any diversity in the student body. As though England was just some bastion of wretched whiteness. Ew. Can you imagine London with white people in it? Marco was almost right about Twisters being good, but he got caught up in the silliness of the weather, which is a moot point since we're all going to be under 3 feet of water next summer anyways. Thanks, Al Gore. No, Twisters is good because the tornadoes are destroying symbols of whiteness, like Oklahoma.
Oh,
Do I even need to mention why the bald one is wrong about everything? Imagine stories where the protagonist isn't a girl boss who learns the truest lesson. You are perfect the way you are, and you just need to believe in yourself, and you'll find that you have the power to smash the patriarchy inside you all along. If we can't just blindly follow our emotions and vent how oppressed we are, how will others know about our victimhood? Everyone is great as they are. Be yourself, don't change a damn thing, except for you three bozos. Please change everything about yourself, starting with your absurd notions of objectivity. Can't people just enjoy things? Anyway, that was my truth, and it pays your bills, so deal with it. Jakob out.
Oh, Jakob, dude.
Jakob, honestly, like, okay.
I could just never hear from that guy again.
I appreciate
It
the
keeps
fact
the
that he
lights on.
funds and puts money in our pocket, but like, come on, dude. Like,
these
stop.
are-
At what point, guys, do
I know.
we
Do we
These are
just-
the bitter pills we have to swallow if we want to keep the
At
lights
what
on.
point
we-
do we just start podcasting like from my living room and we say, you know what, screw this
you,
guy.
Jakob.
God,
Not today.
Screw this guy
kinda
who
like this
sounds maybe Norwegian, but
Vaguely
actually he was kind
Norwegian?
of born and raised in Milwaukee, and he just put the accent on because he.
Yeah, he is like he's like the simplest man to figure out, but also he's just a complete mystery.
No
He's a
thanks,
weird guy.
Jakob.
Jakob,
No thanks.
go
Okay.
home.
At least he was listening to the podcast. So that's something.
That's
Yeah, it's,
fair.
It's wild how much he listens
Although
to it.
he might have just seen the shorts.
That is true. That is
Speaking
a fair.
of, a lot of
fair
people have seen
yeah,
those shorts.
yeah. The
They're
shorts
pretty
are kicking
insane.
off,
I just
man.
looking through. There's like 500, 1,000. You maybe call that the one where Greg gets whiplash wrong. 10 billion people have watched this and all agree. Gay take.
The best is, I hope you never have kids. I was like, oh,
Yikes! Yeah, it's like I hope you don't have kids to ruin with this loserness. Like you're gonna
They're
make
all
them
gonna be
losers. They're gonna be
losers.
losers like you, a successful businessman.
Dude, it's so bad.
It's so weird. Oh man, people get riled. And again, I feel like people got riled up because they're like, you picked them where it hurt. That's why people got super riled up about it. 'Cause they're like, oh, if he's right about this, then I've been living my life the wrong way. Sorry, guys. That's just how it is.
all had to take
I'm
the
lucky.
time to chime in and tell me I'm wrong. So thank
Pretty
you.
funny.
Thank you for paying my bills.
And not just say, yeah, you're wrong, other than gay take guy. They're writing like essays.
I got into a little conversation with one about the my truth thing and getting into subjectivity and stuff, and he was just like, "Oh, well, technically, Plato said that this has been around for a long time." And I was like, "Dude, we're arguing
doesn't make it
semantics.
true.
We're arguing semantics. The way that we use the word truth nowadays is not like, oh, do it, strike him true, like strike him honestly." And I told him, I'm like, "You're using truth to be synonymous with honest." And he's like, yeah, like of course.
You're
and I'm like,
equivocating.
but I was like, but that's not exactly like when we say like the way that Marco was pointing
Yeah,
at
when
my
people
truth.
say my truth, they're not saying my honesty.
Yeah, it's like, well, if I'm gonna be honest, all right, fine. If you want to say, let me be honest, then say that all you want.
Yeah.
But don't just be like, my truth is this, because you know that nowadays and not a million years ago, and truth used
and
to
that
just
is
mean,
actually something that people do a lot. Is they'll equivocate on terms, like they'll use the same word, but they've changed the meaning of what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And that is a logical fallacy, but it can be really hard to catch sometimes.
And I even said in this comment, because I had absolutely nothing to do, so I actually quoted this whole thing. I quoted C.S. Lewis, where I was like, yeah, that's like gentlemen used to have some meaning until somebody, with all the best intentions, decided that it's not about how you were born, but it's more about your character. And so I'm going to call anybody a gentleman. And at that point, it lost its usefulness as a word. Gentleman is just. It tells you nothing about anything. It's just your subjective opinion of somebody. Hey, he's a gentleman. As opposed to, it used to be like, oh, you're a gentleman. That means your lineage is this. It tells me about your history. Like, tells you all these things. And truth is the same thing. Whereas I think it's gone in the reverse, where it used to mean just kind of like strike true, John, strike
there's
true.
One thing
just
to,
be honest.
truth, but to be true
Yes.
means to be honest,
Right.
to stick to the truth.
Right, and they're conflating the truth with like this old term of being true, and I'm like, but that's we're clearly not arguing
confused
that.
about it. Watch Aladdin. It's about midway through the movie. Genie pulls out a big old whiteboard and says, "Tell her the truth, not your truth, not my truth, the truth."
Yeah.
It's not hard. It's not complicated, guys.
Thank you, Jakob, for that letter, but no thanks.
Yes.
Thank you, but no thank you.
It was
We're
not.
going to continue to cash those checks.
I really just want whatever. What does he do to make so much money for him to just?
I'm pretty sure. I can't confirm this, but I'm pretty sure he runs those illegal oil tankers.
No, it checks out.
I thought he was a lifeguard at one of those really old school pools where he has to wear like red shorts.
I think he
Like,
just does that
that's
because
what
he
I picture.
enjoys the shorts.
That's probably true. Heck of a tan. All right,
True.
so I'm going to go into my second segment so we can save Marco's game segment.
Yeah, that'll
for
do.
the last one.
Yep, that'll do.
Gay. What?
Gay.
So I'm going to do a things that make you say segment.
Or
Things that make you say
Yeah. And are different. Very different.
But Marco's going to play the intro.
I'm going to
and-
do a segment that's things that make you go, Yeah, that's like in a good way, not like in a.
It's just things to think about, okay?
All
So
right.
I've been watching a lot of Game of Thrones. I was
Like Game of
inspired
Bones
to
or-
rewatch this because I watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms and it is phenomenal.
good.
And I remember the whole time going, man, this is better than Game of Thrones. Like I kept thinking, I was like, I didn't really love Game of Thrones. There were parts of it that are good, but I didn't have enough in my arsenal to be like, I can't honestly critique this. It was so long ago that I watched it. I really should just start to watch it again. So I have been watching Game of Thrones again, about like 4.5, 5 seasons in or something like that. So here are my takeaways. I think that Game of Thrones, aside from like the widely, because I think the widely accepted view of Game of Thrones is it's like S tier, absolutely phenomenal. And then once they stopped getting the source content from George R.R. Martin, which is right when Jon Snow dies or supposedly dies, then the show gets terrible because the writers started writing their own it would be the equivalent of as if Harry Potter ended at episode 6 and then the people making the movies just wrote the movie 7 and 8. Like that's the equivalent of the end of Game of Thrones. So it gets really bad according to all the people that love the books.
So you're saying Harry Potter was good at the end?
No. False. Anyways, so that's kind of the overall notion. I had the take of just not really liking Game of Thrones all that much. Upon rewatching, I will say this. I think it does 3 things really well, and I'm going to talk about those things. So the first thing that I think it does really well, and this I would even put into like the exceptional, like some of the best I've seen is world building. Like Westeros is done really well. Like it is fleshed out to the point where, again, opposite my Harry Potter take, it feels like you couldn't find a hole in this world if you tried to. It is so watertight, like to the point of like how they run their government, how the systems work, how politics are handled, the different factions and how they operate in different locations and to do with the weather. Like the northern places are all well equipped to handle the northern cold, and you know the southern places are a little more pampered, and like even like the people that you meet there you would expect to meet people like that in those, like they went to great lengths to make this world feel like this is real, like it is just history. Like it's wild. So it's very fascinating to watch, and that part is like airtight, like so well done to where even if you just stopped like a season in after you're kind of introduced to the different factions to the world, you'd be curious to be like, ooh, I wonder what you know the people on the Iron Islands are going to do if they were to.
I will say there's an element, and I actually think he did it well, where he doesn't bother. He just like, hey, even in the world, this mysterious, like the way magic works, and certain like races and things like that. He doesn't explain how they work, but it's like nobody really knows how they work.
Right.
There are mysterious supernatural powers that kind of in the background of things. So I actually like that touch.
Yes, and it's blurred between like, is this witchcraft? Is it just the early stages of science? Is it just a cheap parlor trick? And there's a lot of all of those. Like there are real magic moments. There are moments that are clearly just done up to be a ruse, and there are some that are it's supposed to be a demonstration of like early science, like actually taking place and them being like, oh, what is that witchcraft? So there's a lot of that, because again, this is a world that has dragons, that has zombies. It's not just like a clear grounded world. Like there are supernatural elements. And he does a great job at explaining all those. And I think the show honestly does a really good job at demonstrating that. Like it spends a lot of money to make this show look really, really good, really, really well done. So the world building, excellent. I think that's awesome. The second thing it does well,
The dongs. Oh, no,
the second thing it does well is the shock value. There is no plot armor. Now it's okay. So this is what I'll say. There is value to it in the sense that like the opposite of that can be a drag. It can be a drag to just go, I know exactly what's going to happen. It is a little silly when you're like, okay, this person just has a lot of plot armor, so nothing ever happens to them. You watch the show as if you're like, okay, there's none of that. Literally all of our main characters are on the chopping block. They could all die in any second. They could lose an arm and just proceed the rest of the show without a hand. Like, like this happens to a lot of the main characters, like real shocking things. Now, on its own, I will say it doesn't hold a lot of weight in a rewatch just because that's all it is. It's just, hey, that shocking time where the main character got killed or whatever. But once you're rewatching it, it doesn't necessarily, like, unless it's really, really good writing, which we'll talk about later, unless it's good writing, the actual shock itself is just to be shocking. And so if you're implementing that into really, really good writing and a really good story, great. But if that's all like you're standing on, which I think Game of Thrones kind of starts to do that, like not super long into it, it starts to just become this really big shocking thing, in my opinion. But that element, you still have to give it its bones and say, okay, that's at least something.
Yeah, I think that so two things about that. One, I've not watched the show, but I've read all the books up to number 5. And at some point, you're like, oh, I'm running out of characters I care about. So it absolutely has diminishing returns. But also, around the 4th book, I started to realize, oh, I know which character. I like Jon Snow. I was like, he's not actually dead. Like, they're going to bring him back.
Yeah.
Because I could tell that he still had stuff that he needed Jon Snow to do in the story.
Mm-hmm.
And, the Arya Stark thing, I was like, okay, she's clearly not going to die.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't make... So, in a sense, yes, there are shocking moments, but also, once you've seen enough of the patterns, you actually do start to understand, like, oh, there is actually plot armor. He just hides it very well because of all these unexpected deaths.
Yeah.
But he does have to have some character survive to the end, unless he's literally ends it with, like, and then everyone died.
Yeah. And it's not like...
And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying... I think that killing a main character is a bold, like killing a beloved character who seems like they should make it to the end, I think is a bold move, and I think it should be done. I think there are good ways you can do it. I think there are bad ways that you can do it. I think for the most part, I think like up to the Red Wedding,
yeah,
I think that is like a big moment where it's like, oh, yeah, all this bad stuff happens.
Yeah.
And then kind of after that point, there aren't really that many like true shocking moments with some people that you're like, okay, yeah, of course they die.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm with you in that as a standalone, they don't bring much value, but if that were plugged into a really, really well done movie where, again, the shocking things weren't all just terrible, because they typically all are terrible in Game of Thrones. And you're right, it gets the rep of like everybody could die at any time. But if you're actually watching, you're like, no,
and
like
so,
95% of the main
so
characters
what I think
we're
I boiled
following
it
don't
down
die.
to was a character can die if the story is served by them dying. So like all the moments of people dying, it has there's a meaning and a purpose behind it. So
Right.
he does a good job. Like he doesn't just kill characters for the sake of killing characters for the most part.
Right.
There were reasons why Sean Bean dies that shows you that, hey, this is a bad world. Like the good people don't win. And like the Red Wedding is like, oh, there's betrayals and backstabbing and all this. So like all the major deaths show you parts about the world or move the story in a different, like shift the story in a new direction. Because like it had been following Caitlyn and her sons, and then it's like, okay, Red Wedding, now it's no longer following them.
Right. It's like a whole entire character thread that's like we're no longer
it's just
following.
like ended the character thread. But when you go back and look at it, you're like, okay, I can see how that was kind of you did reach a terminus in her story arc. Whereas when Jon Snow died, I was like, yeah, I don't buy it.
Yeah.
Because there's still so much that Jon Snow specifically has to do.
Well, granted, and technically he hasn't written anymore yet, so
True.
He's still dead in his writings.
In his writings. However, like you told them how it ends. So I can't foresee. Oh, first of all, I don't think Winds of Winter is ever coming out. I think he's going to die before it comes out. So I don't think we're getting
That
more
dude's
Game
going
of
to die
Thrones.
like
100%.
He's not looking like a very healthy guy.
No, he's not. He he basically only eats fast food. He's like worse than I am.
Anyways, so the shock value is at least there, and that serves some purpose. And I think the last thing it does, and I think it does this best, to be honest. No. And this ends up being its downfall, in my opinion. But it creates characters that you really, really hate. And again, I don't say that to be like that is a good thing. Like, because as it pertains to watching a show specifically, you are craving justice. Like, that's why you're watching. That's why the first episode where Jaime Lannister pushes Bran out the window, you're like, oh my gosh, I just want to figure out how justice is served. And then all of a sudden they kill Eddard Stark, and Robb is like, I want justice for my family. I'm going to start a war to get that. And you're like, okay, great. You're excited to watch what's next because you eventually want justice. And they keep introducing these characters that are like so sinisterly twisted, like so twisted that you're just like, okay, gotta have justice. But then they're just overwhelming. And then you want justice for all these things. And then this is where that falls apart. Because from the show watching standpoint, especially on a rewatch, you start realizing none of these people really get justice until maybe like the very end. Like, I think Cersei dies in like the last episode of Game of Thrones, and you're like, I've had to watch her she's just absolute horror. Like I just want her to die every time I see her. You want like every character in the show to die, and it forces all these absurdly uncomfortable situations, and it just to do it to you, just to be like, oh hey, like they're all kind of twisted. And so you have like the wildlings, right? These are the people that are like kept outside of the wall, like in the super north and like the frosted cold. They start making it over the wall. And the idea is that they're actually not like these wild broods. Like, they actually deserve to have a place in this land too. And so you're starting to sympathize with them. But then like randomly, like you watch them raid this one village, and they just like slaughter this village. I mean, it's like this boy talking to his dad, and they just shoot the dad in the face. They kill the mom. Then they're like, yeah, we're gonna like have sex with your mom's dead corpse and then like eat them afterwards. And the kid's like horrified. He runs to the Night's Watch, and he joins the Night's Watch. And so now he's a little kid on the Night's Watch. And then later they're like, hey, we're gonna have to join the wildlings now because like they need to be free folk as well. And so then now the kid is just like having to work with the wildlings that like killed his parent. And I'm like, all right, well, this is just sucks. Like, it's just awful. Like now you're doing, and he does so much of
this.
And
George R. R. Martin's like, and that's the point. Yeah. Everything's terrible. Everyone's scum.
And I'm like,
yeah, no.
You're creating too much of it to where the intriguing parts of those awful scenes are that I have more of a sense of justice for this thing. This sick, twisted kid king, like Joffrey, the only reason he works in a show is because you want somebody to come and kill him. Like, you're like, all right, you actually work good in a show because you're so sadistic and twisted, and you've wronged so many people that I want to see justice done unto you. And you just never get those payoffs. Yes, Joffrey like dies because he gets poisoned, but it's like, all right, on to the next terrible person. Now Cersei's like horrible. Roose Bolton, who's just
that's
like,
real life, great.
Roose Bolton's like Ramsay Bolton is like the most twisted human being like ever. They just make him like absolutely he like just like cuts Theon Grey Warrior's junk off, and he like makes him his manservant, and then he's like, anyways, this show is just full of absolutely horrendous people. And the thing that I think initially gets you to keep watching back is the shock value and the idea that these horrible people will get justice. And it's just more, they just turn the decent people into more horrible people. Like a mild, bad, uncomfortable thing that happened. This is like such a mild is like Stannis, who like you don't think is that horrible of a guy. He's just kind of like a war commander. He's kind of fighting like for the same things that all the characters you like are fighting for, but he's not one of those characters. And so you're like, okay, I'm fine with Stannis. And he's got this cute daughter that he has sympathy for, but she's like disfigured, and so she's had a rough life. And then at the last battle, he kind of gets like he's kind of like obsessed with the Lord of Light, and like he's kind of been tricked by this witch lady. And so he's like, oh, I'll win the battle if I burn my daughter alive. He's like, okay. And you're like,
dog.
How about we don't have to do that? How about we don't burn the girl to death that was like super sweet in all the episodes? And I've been sitting here watching this show like, oh, she's cute at least. And then Stannis is like, well, had to burn her. And I'm like, why?
And
why
you didn't even win, dog.
Yeah, and then it just the show is just absolutely miserable.
And those are the shows where,
and again, I wanted to make sure I said the things it does well, because it does. It is a well written show, and the world building is great. They create some really nasty characters. They're a shock value, but ultimately it's just brutal, man.
And that's one of the reasons why people didn't like the ending. Well, part of it is like the end, like the writing kind of goes downhill.
Yeah.
And people start making bad decisions. But also, like, there's no sense of closure.
Right.
And innately, people understand that there should be a sense of closure. Like, yes, all these, you could have 7 seasons of just the worst things always happening. But, you know, if at the 8th season, there was finally justice and restoration,
Right.
people would be like, okay, it was worth those 7 seasons to get to this 8th season, to get to that moment where, and again, it doesn't mean everything's happy now.
Right.
But it does mean that good triumphs over evil. And at the end of the day, if you don't want that, then what's wrong with you?
Yeah, and like the way that they do it, I mean, ultimately, like, I don't even know
Who was a better king than Bran the blah, blah, blah.
Everybody that you're slowly
everyone?
following that you're like, hey, you're kind of good. They either die or become terrible.
Yeah.
Then there's like Daenerys, so you're like, okay, you know, she's just like been abused her whole life, but now she's like actually gotten courage and has started to grow an army and it has dragons, which is really cool. Oh, she becomes crazy and just starts murdering people. Now she needs to be killed. Okay, all right.
Arya
cool.
becomes fantasy Batman.
Yeah, Arya is just like
Batgirl.
like just absolutely insane at everything, and like
They're like, this knife is literal perfection. It will be when it fits a woman. I'm a woman.
Anyways, that's my Game of Thrones thoughts, things to think about for Game of Thrones. But that was top of mind.
And that's
There you
why, because again, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, same universe,
Night of the
still
Kingdoms,
horrible things
absolute-
happening.
absolute but it's so good.
but you actually have a character you want to root for. And it's not like he gets by easily.
No,
Obviously, like, he has quote unquote plot armor because the show doesn't exist if he doesn't exist.
right.
So, like, yeah,
And, like-
obviously he could die, but then that's the end of the show. But the thing is, like, it doesn't mean his journey isn't interesting.
Right. Yeah. And yes, exactly. He is a likable character, point blank, and
Yeah.
that's all you need. Likable character. Anyways,
And you want him to succeed. So it's not like, oh, I know he's going to get out of this alive because
Right.
he has to. But it's like, okay, how is he going to deal with this situation and still be a good person at the end?
right. No, I love it. All right, Marco, hit us with our final
let's do
game.
it.
Yeah, so I've actually changed things up because I wasn't 100% confident that Nathaniel read my text.
He did.
Oh, you did? Oh, fantastic. Then we'll do it. Never mind. Well, you never responded.
No, I didn't. I thought it was implied that I'm better than Greg and I'm going to win.
Oh,
That was the implication of my silence.
okay. All right, well, here's the game. Let me explain it first for the viewers. We are going to do a draft. I'm going to use ChatGPT as the quickest form of looking this up.
So it's all going to be wrong information. I mean, what?
Probably, but that's okay. We'll just go by whatever they say, and the overlords of AI, we'll go from there. So it's a draft, and the idea here is that each person is going to pick a team of movie series that they believe has earned the most at the box office. Okay? So what I mean by that is, let's assume that you pick, I don't know, Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
The entirety of the Mission Impossible series will be added up, and it'll give me a number, and then that will be player number 1 on your team. You'll pick 5 of them, and you're going to go back and forth. Starting, we're going to,
Adjusted for inflation?
it'll whatever ChatGPT says.
Well, that matters.
I made my picks based on adjusted for inflation, and I didn't look anything up. Just off the top of my
adjusted for
head.
inflation,
We're gonna-
meaning that like a crappy movie nowadays that makes some money is going to be like blow old movies out of the water.
I will in the
Just
chat
tell
in
it
my
to adjust for
ChatGPT
Tell it to
thing.
adjust.
I will tell it to adjust.
Adjust for inflation. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Nathaniel's going to start.
All right, I'm taking the Avatar series.
That was the clear. I'm going to go kind of weird. I'm going to say Fast and Furious.
I have that on here.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious.
We each get 5?
5 of them.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm taking Star Wars, and I think I've already won.
Yeah. I don't know though. I don't know. There's a lot more Fast and Furious movies.
There are.
Let's go with Harry Potter.
Yeah, that was here too.
Okay.
All right. How do you want to do the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Because that's like 30 movies. I don't think it's fair to just.
I would just
the
avoid
entire-
it. I don't know. Like unless you want to do like Captain America. There's only like 2
Yeah.
Captain America
Right.
movies.
So here's what I was
I
kind
was
of.
going to say I want just the Avengers movies, just the ones that are
Oh,
Avengers.
okay. Well, I avoided it because he specifically
Yeah,
said you
I-
can't
I
say
wouldn't
Marvel.
go
you
with
said-
that.
Okay, so we're not allowed to use the MCU. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's just avoid the
let's-
MCU.
Let's avoid the MCU just because for those of you that are listening at home, the reason why we're avoiding MCU is just because there's 900 bazillion of them, and there's so many
hard to parse
spin-offs, and
out.
it's hard to parse out. It would be unfair for the listing because the idea behind this is just to pick a series, and if a series consists of 17 branches, it's not a series. So
Okay.
we're just
Go
going
ahead,
to avoid the MCU.
Okay, I'm going to take Batman.
Okay. I'm going to take Jurassic Park.
Okay. All right. Now hear me out. I'm going to take Gone with the Wind.
That's a series?
Nope. Does it have to be a series?
That was the original. That was the original thing, was a series.
It has to be a whole series. It can't just be one movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Barbie. I'm
Okay.
including all the animated movies.
Okay.
There's been 10 jillion of them.
I know.
They've each made like $17. So
I have no idea. All I know is there's like 400 of
What
them.
if they've lost money? It goes against you?
I don't know.
I
I think it would be also be
stuck
really
between a
interesting to
few.
do like percent profit based on the budget.
We're just going to go with.
Oh, I
the-
know. But
Okay.
but I think like it'd be interesting to look at
Okay.
based on the budget, how much, like what percent profit did you make based on your budget?
Sure.
Would also be interesting.
I'm gonna say Transformers.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
This is your last pick.
Yeah. So I couldn't remember the specific name of the series, but it's the horror movie series that's all like found footage inside the house. It's either I think it's
Paranormal
in-
Activity.
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, thank you. Paranormal Activity, and that includes like The Nun, and there's like a bunch of ones that are like in the same universe.
Okay.
So Paranormal Activity is the one I'm taking.
Man, I'm stuck between a few here. I really like what I got. Although Avatar and
Avatar and Star Wars, I think, kind of locks you out.
Are pretty big. I don't know though, because box office stuff. I think that dinosaurs and Transformers are going to be up there.
Yeah, Jurassic World movies have made a crap ton of money. That's true.
I feel like there's one I'm missing here.
Probably.
I gotta think recently because movies do so much better recently.
Again, if we're adjusting for inflation.
Highest grossing of all time. Let's go with Lord of the Rings.
Got it. All right, here we go. I just put it into the
Planet of the
search
Apes?
bar.
There've been like 20 of those.
We're gonna total up Nathaniel's first. You want to get a calculator out real quick?
Yeah, if you just tell me the totals, I'll calculate while you're reading up Greg's. Just tell me. You're just gonna tell me each series, right?
Yep. So Avatar 5.24 billion.
Yeah, that one's nuts.
Star Wars 10.38 billion. Batman 7.9 billion. Barbie 1.4 billion.
Honestly, not bad.
And Paranormal Activity 890 million.
Yeah.
Your total is?
Just
Okay,
say
yeah.
Greg's while I tell him.
Fast and Furious, you are 7.27 billion. Harry Potter 10.58 billion. Jurassic Park
Yeah, it's
6.89 billion. Transformers 5.41 billion.
I think you got me.
And Lord of the Rings coming in at $5.8 billion.
Yeah, I think you got me.
You got them?
All right, just tell me the numbers and I'll tally them up for you.
5.8, 5.41, 6.89, 10.58, and 7.27. Was it
All right.
was it 3.9 or 3.5?
9.5, 3.595.
3.595. Okay. All right. So my total is 35.95 billion.
That's a lot.
Mine was 36.95. No, just kidding. 25.81.
Ah.
Yeah, Barbie and Paranormal Activity killed me.
Yeah.
What was
Barbie
Avatar?
including all the animated features?
So in
Because-
the notes, it says that Barbie and Paranormal less standard franchising account. So I used best known totals, midpoint logic per your rule, which was the
What?
So what I did when I created the prompt is if it was a range, let's say it was a range of 200 million to 300 million, I wanted them to give the middle of that. That was the rule because I didn't want them to give me a range and then have to weirdly figure it out on the fly.
So what was the highest one? Jurassic? Is Jurassic the highest franchise?
It would have been
10.58?
Star Wars.
No, 10.58. was higher than
No,
10.3.
Jurassic was 6.89.
Oh, was it Harry Potter that was 10.58?
No, 9.58. Where are you? 10. I didn't say
Which one of
10.
mine was 10?
None of them.
Oh,
7, 9, 6, 5, and 5.
Okay, so I'm one lower. So I'm 34.
The highest was Star Wars at 10.3. 10.37.
Dang it, Spider-Man. That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
I had Spider-Man written down.
What are the other big ones that we missed?
We missed. Oh, well, the MCU
Cutting
is
out all the MCU.
Yeah,
stuff.
MCU is probably going to be like
number 2
top
is
5.
Spider-Man is like 11 billion.
Yeah. I was thinking James Bond was up there.
Oh yeah. Star Wars is 10 billion.
While we're doing this, we have
Potter.
10 minutes left in our show. I do want to
Yeah,
try
James
and do
Bond.
another one just because I was super curious if you guys would get it.
Go ahead.
Let's do another 10 questions
X-Men.
game. A 10 yes or no questions game.
All right, let's do it.
Top on the top IMDb 250 list. Guess the movie that is number 156. Asking yes or no questions. Go.
All right, so the first thing, 156. Should we ask a genre?
I think getting the decade was really
Oh,
useful.
yeah, you're right. Okay, so was it before the 2000s?
No.
Okay.
You want to ask before 2010, or does that not going to give us a much of a?
I would imagine it's before 2010.
Okay.
But we can go there. We can save that one.
Okay, you want to ask it? Okay, good. Let's ask it. Is it before 2010? Like 2010 or earlier?
Yes.
Okay, so there we go. We have our chunk of time. It's between 2000 and 2010, and it's 135 on the IMDb.
150 something. That number is
156.
meaningless.
56. Okay, 156.
Think out loud.
Yeah. So we can narrow down genre. So here's one. Does it have a male protagonist?
Male lead.
Male lead.
Is it male? The lead.
I will
character?
say yes.
So that means it's more complicated than just a male
Might be
lead.
like a love story between a man
If he
and a
picked
girl.
Harry Potter,
It might be. It might be a love story between a guy and a girl.
it could be. It could be. So we can ask genre questions.
I don't think it's a comedy. Do you want to ask if it's a?
We could ask if it's a romance.
I feel like drama is the most likely.
Okay.
Let's ask drama. Is it a drama? Like a straight drama?
No.
Okay.
That's 3.
That's 4.
That's 4.
Okay.
Yee.
Right? No, or is it 3 or 4?
You just asked 4.
Okay.
Well, I really feel like the best way to narrow it down is to ask genre questions.
Yeah. You go through some genres.
Is it an action movie?
Let's say
He's thinking real hard about
You
it.
should
Man.
pull it up to have the
Yeah,
genre there.
let's just see what it would say.
So a
I'm gonna
possibly male
say-
lead.
Yes, with a caveat. I'm going to say yes,
Yes,
but there is a
asterisk.
caveat to it.
Oh boy. Okay.
Should we ask if it's in our world, like, or if it's kind of like made
Oh,
up,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like if it's fantasy?
Yeah.
or-
Is it set in the modern world?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. So it's probably like
How many
it's
is that? That's 6.
That was 6.
So it's probably something like a
It's not the Matrix. That was 99.
no, it's not the Matrix.
That
And that
that,
should be
that
higher.
question can go both ways. I'm going to say not really. It's not what you would think the main world would be, but it is technically.
Like it takes place on our world, but there are supernatural elements that make it
No.
kind of like
no.
no.
It's just not what you would think a movie about the real world would be like. You'll understand when you hear it.
So
Did
it's
he
like
pick Truman Show?
it's like a it's like a dystopia.
What year did Truman Show come out?
Earlier than that, I think.
Yeah, I think earlier.
And it's not really.
I'll give
action.
you that. It's not Truman
Well,
Show.
it's not really action.
How many
either.
questions have we asked?
You just
We've
asked number 6.
6. We've asked 6.
I feel like I'm not anywhere
Yeah, I'm not scoping in on this at all. It's got a. He's
Should we
hesitated
ask if
on
it's-
male protagonists.
Should we ask if it's part of a series?
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Is it part of a series?
There is a number of these, yes.
Oh.
And I will give you, since you're not quite there yet, it is the first of the series.
Okay, that's fair. Oh God, is it Twilight?
Is it Planet of the Apes?
No. Because
No, that's old. Well, sorry, no, what am I saying? That's ancient.
yeah, the first of that was in 1960s or 50s. series that started in the 2000s. It's not Hunger Games because that's not a male protagonist. Also, again, I don't think that would be that high on the list. There's multiples of them. Oh, is it a Marvel movie? So like Iron Man, 2008? But that would be solidly action. He hesitated on action.
Yeah. That's clearly an action.
Trying to think of another question that can
And
narrow it
that
down.
would be a very quick, it's a male lead. And he
I'll give you a more precise answer for action.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider it action. I would consider it adventure.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
The Lord of the Rings? If the Lord of the Rings is that low.
It's not Lord of the Rings. They're all three. Let's not disrespect it.
Yeah. If that's Lord of the Rings, I'm nuking IMDb servers, period.
It could be Batman Begins.
That's solidly action. That's not adventure. He's not going like romping around the world. Although I would watch that. Batman just like it's like
Martha.
It's just like the middle of the Amazon rainforest, and some tribesman is like beating up another tribesman, and Batman just comes out of the trees like,
I am vengeance.
I am vengeance. What is he talking? Do you understand what he's saying?
Yo solo vengeance.
Soy venganza.
Man.
Yeah, I'm really struggling to think of a way to narrow it down. Adventure movies in the 2000s. It was the first one. It's a series. Have we seen? We've seen this movie. This is not one of the.
If
questions,
you
but-
haven't seen it, I'd be shocked.
okay.
Technically, I don't know for sure because I wasn't
Okay,
with
so
you. Or
you and I
whatever.
have watched a bajillion series.
We have watched a
And
bajillion.
so there are a
series.
lot of these, and this is the first one.
I'm willing to bet that somehow. This
I
is
wouldn't
a
say
movie
that
I
there are a
haven't
lot
watched.
of these.
Wait, hold on. I feel like I know.
What do you think? What do you think? What are you feeling?
What if it's The Mummy?
Oh God, would that be? No, the first Mummy was in the 90s.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure about that? No, just kidding.
Can I check that, or is that not? Oh sure.
I'd rather you not, but we're running out of time, so maybe.
Okay, well, does it star Brendan Fraser? But again, he hesitated when we asked if it had a male lead. And that one clearly has a male lead. That's what I'm getting hung
fair.
up on him sticking on that.
Yeah, that's fair. It's got to have a guy and a girl.
Is it Twilight? Oh God. Would Twilight be on the top 150?
He would have said it's a drama, something.
Would you have said
wouldn't
Twilight is
say
a
it.
drama?
drama.
Okay.
He wouldn't say adventure.
Yeah, that's adventure's killing me here. And it's not really the real world.
Let me ask one. Because
Yeah.
does it have a good bit of humor?
Yes.
Okay, so it's kind of like a funny.
When did the Underworld series come out? Oh, that's
It's-
really action.
Those are definitely not humorous.
And they're very actiony.
See,
So it's
this does seem like The Mummy,
humorous. Yeah, it kind of does.
but you're right. Why would he hesitate on male lead?
And was the first Mummy that well acclaimed?
It's pretty low down there. He said 157 or something.
Yeah, but that's like of all movies ever.
That's
Maybe.
fair. I mean, IMDb is a little bizarre.
Does it take place in America?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, do you want that question? I mean, I gave it to you. I gave you the answer, so no.
Yeah,
That's the
we'll
question.
take it. So we have one left or two left.
You're on. That was number 9.
Okay.
So do you wanna ask-
We have to ask.
Does it take place in Africa?
I mean, yeah.
That
we
would
might
answer
as
the
well.
I can't think of another question.
Okay. Does it? And then we get to guess after the 10
Yeah.
questions. We get to make.
Sure, you're not gonna get it, but sure.
Okay, so it's not
You're
The
not
Mummy.
even close.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Does it have an element of space travel or like what
No.
the space? Okay,
No.
God, I literally have nothing.
And it's not in America.
No.
Correct.
All right, so we failed. We're gonna keep asking questions.
That's fine.
So it's not in America. Does it take place in Europe?
No.
Well, it's not the real world. Is it fantasy?
No. That's why I was saying it's kind of like
No,
the real
he
world.
said the real world. It's just
I
not what
just-
you'd expect.
I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna count that as a question because you've already asked it.
It
So confused. I'm so lost here. I've got absolutely nothing.
is it Cloverfield?
No.
That takes place in America.
Fair.
Don't count that. He's an idiot.
Fair.
It qualifies on all the other accounts.
Are the sequels well regarded?
No.
Okay, so it's got shitty sequels.
That's been
Now
It doesn't narrow it
okay,
down.
hold on. If you're considering box office, I would probably say yes. But in terms of
No.
no. In terms of like the critics and things like that, I would
Oh.
say
Is it
no.
a dinosaur movie?
No.
Okay.
Okay, that's what.
I can't even imagine what this is.
It's wild because if it's the first of its name, all the ones I'm thinking of would be much higher. Like,
Does it take place roughly in the present day?
Yes.
It's not Harry Potter.
No.
No, because like the first Harry Potter is really highly rated. The first Jurassic Park really highly rated. The first Matrix.
I was thinking Jurassic Worlds.
All those are really high up there. This is the first one.
First one. Oh man.
That was 13. If you
Yeah. I'm not counting anymore. I can't even. I'm not even like.
You're missing a very key element that would get you there pretty quickly.
Does he look like a bitch?
Is it Godzilla?
No and no.
Is
A key element?
Are there deuteragonists? In other words, are there two main characters?
Yeah. Yes. There are two main characters.
It's gonna be a guy and a girl.
Yeah.
What's the question that we're missing?
Does he look like a bitch?
I mean, we could go through actors or actresses.
No, that would take too long.
We've already gotten the genre. We've got the time period.
We got the genre, and it's like,
and we know that it's just the
present day, not the real world. We're kind of not the real world. Does it take place on a fictionalized version of a real place? In other words, like it's in Europe, but like fantasy Europe,
like a dystopic,
or like dystopia Europe, it's New York City, but
I'll say
everything's weird.
I'll say yes, but not dystopian.
No, I'm just not dystopian, but like it's a named place on Earth, like alternate Earth. Okay.
Sure, yeah.
So then it doesn't take place in Africa. Well, does it take place in Africa?
No.
Does it take place in Europe?
No.
In Asia?
No.
Canada?
Nope.
Australia?
Mexico?
Australia?
Is it Mad Max?
No.
Because the Mad Maxes came out in the.
I'm not even counting again.
Yeah, I was.
Tell me when y'all give up at this point.
Nope.
Crocodile Dundee?
No.
So it takes place in Australia. Is it about Australians? Like
no.
Okay. Is it? It takes place in Australia. There's sequels and they're garbage. And it started in the 2000s.
What the hell is going on?
What the hell is this?
What the heliante?
What the hell? What the Harry Belafonte?
What the Halle Berry?
Oh
my gosh!
Shoot, man, I am totally lost. Is Tom Cruise in it?
No.
I was just shot in the dark. So it's set in Australia, but it doesn't involve Australians.
Correct.
And it's not dystopic.
Correct.
Is it utopic? Is it a utopia?
I don't know.
Or like a bad utopia?
No.
This is gonna be a movie. There's just
no.
Is this animated?
Yes.
Oh.
There it is. There's the key element that I was talking about that would get you there pretty quickly.
The Rescuers Down Under?
No,
that was an old one. Animated movie
where they're in Australia.
Australia.
Oh, is it one of the Surfs Up?
Nope.
No.
I'm really struggling to think of an animated movie that takes place in Australia. Does it involve animals?
Yes.
Is it a Madagascar movie?
No.
Is it Pixar?
I think so. I'm almost positive it is.
I've watched like almost every Pixar movie. I can't think of one that takes place in Australia. Oh, is it Finding Nemo?
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. It took you a while. I told you, once you got animated, you were fine.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's our bad.
And so all my answers all kind of make sense now.
You didn't answer my questions. Does he look like a bitch?
Well, I mean, he is one, sort of. Anyways, we can close out the show. That took a little longer than I expected because I was expecting us to give up after 10.
Oh,
if
we don't give up. We lose,
that's okay.
But we didn't give up.
That's okay.
We got there. A long walk, but we got there.
Yeah. All right. So we loved having you guys on. Sorry that we took so long on the end there and it went a little over. But we loved seeing you.
If they stuck with us this long, I mean, they're lying in bed. We're the ones who have to actually drive home.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm
wearing all my green.
I plan on watching Project Hail Mary before our next show.
Yeah.
So
I've already bought tickets for that.
There will be some conversations about Project Hail Mary on the 31st is our next show.
I'm going to talk about good bad movies. So come loaded with your movies that you know are bad movies, but you love anyways.
Yeah.
And the movies that you're like, that's a good movie, and I don't like it at all.
And yeah, we'll be bringing some more segments. Like I said, we'll be talking about Project Hail Mary and probably some other movies. So join us again. We love having you on the show, and we'll see you next time. Maybe some other movies. Maybe we'll watch other movies. We'll definitely watch the other Mortal Kombats.
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely have something to say about
We'll finish.
Mom, you're alive? Too bad you.